Hello. No strangers. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was setting everything up. I actually did come on time to watch the show. They just had a sorry, Damian Priest and Solo and Jacob, all of them. They're having an altercation. Nothing too crazy happened, but that's how they started it off. And now LA Knight is coming out. Y'all seen Jacob Fatu with the balaclava just lunge at him? He's green Sanchez. Yep.
Let me talk to you. One week ago, I stepped right in this ring. Yeah.
Oh.
And I said I want my rematch.
Don't freeze on me. He's talking. Also, I'm looking at the mat, and it's a stunning blue. I don't see any, like, real sponsorships right now. Just the WWE logo in the middle of the ring. Has it been like that for a while, or am I just seeing something? Like, what is that? Pardon me. How you doing? Hey, gang, you good?
No. I am mentally stressed, emotionally hurt, back is in pain. I'm trying to do this fucking technical work. So no, yeah, no. Violet, I'm not good.
About the episode, there's a couple that I neglected to mention. If you put them in the
What's the name of this thing again?
XWVOE, you'll find an error.
Welcome home. Play Welcome Home if that's what you want to happen to you. Actually, I am interested in that.
My family. I just came out here to shut them up. Dude, look. I get all of that. I've had to chase dudes down, beat them down. I know. You want to knock your name out of his mouth. I get that. But you picked the wrong time. You picked my time, and now I didn't win my number one contendership. If I'm honest, the bell rang because of you. I disagree with you, man. Solo spiked you over there. So all I did was save you from eating a Claymore and getting pinned 1, 2, 3.
What?
My man, I don't want to dig too deep here, but I feel like you're living in the past. I feel like you're reliving WrestleMania. Just because you ate a Claymore, just because Drew pinned you and beat you, don't put that on me.
That's what I'm saying. What?
You don't have any idea how that was going to come out. I could have caught him. BFT right here. I'm just saying, don't let your failures beat mine.
Period. What? How would you know that? That's what, bro.
The way I see it, this whole situation is because you lost your championship at WrestleMania.
Okay. What I gotta do with you? What? I'm
I'll give you
confused.
reminders, my man.
Like
Look,
what?
I lost my championship, I get it.
Avi?
I understand that. But guess what? As soon as I lost that championship, I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back, I'm going to fight for the thing the very next week, and then I'm not out here right now wrestling for this championship because of you.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you not taking any accountability? What is it? I'm getting so irritated by him every year. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's a W friendship, but I'm getting so annoyed.
This is the deal. All your frustrations, they're your fault. Maybe if your head wasn't up your ass at Mania, you'd still be champion.
Just take accountability. You interrupted. This is crazy victim blaming.
My man,
Because that had nothing to do with
the
you.
whole idea here is we ain't got a problem, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you keep talking like that, you ain't got to worry about where the head's up. You're going to worry about me putting my foot up yours.
Period. Because what?
All right. We could do this back and forth for a minute. We can. Our match is later on tonight. Yeah. I don't see why we should wait. I don't see why they should wait. So what are you saying? I'm saying we get a referee down here and we do this right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was quick.
Wait, I don't want to wait. Do you want to wait?
That was quick.
Let's do it right away.
Yeah, really got it real.
Freeze. It's next.
Okay. That was a cute little segment. No strangers.
The massive lineup of 4 cannabis shows.
I'm muting it because my husband is watching. What is it called again?
Hello Strangers Game Theory.
Hello Strangers Game Theory. So if y'all into video games, like horror games, like
It's horror games and the explanation behind it.
yes, but also explanations behind it. Game theory. Oh, that was quick. Well done.
Here in Des Moines, Iowa, our opening match on Friday Night Fights. LA Knight and Damian Priest, as the conversation seemed to get a little more heated as it went along. They first came out, they're like, listen, I know what your motivation was, I know what it's all about. By the time we finished up, they were ready to go. Yeah, I mean, these two were due to do battle at some point tonight. I think it was penciled in as our main event. While GM Nick Aldis, you've got some thinking to do because the main event has now become the opener, and I don't see anyone complaining about that.
I feel like that's kind of crazy, but I'm not mad at this being opener.
Both these men, of course, coming off
Where the main event is,
losses at
be
WrestleMania,
surprised.
incredible matches that they took part in.
Nice.
Dave Wade and Jacob fought too, and then there was the Sin City street fight between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
Stop.
I'll tell you right now, Joe, coming off high-profile losses like that, when you are natural-born winners like these two, both former champions now at this point, you cannot wait to get back on the horse, get back to winning ways, and start stamping your authority on this roster once again, try climbing back to the top. Couldn't agree with you more, Wade. I think it's why we've seen the intensity level we've seen out of these two since WrestleMania. Yeah, a large part of that is that frustration, knowing you kind of dropped the ball in the biggest of moments through perhaps no fault of their own there. They were just on the night beaten by a better performance. But you cannot let that dictate the rest of your 2025. Get back to winning ways in a hurry. As much as I
Come on, dude.
enjoyed the smack
Thank
talk a little earlier, both men acutely aware of how dangerous their opponent is. Slow feeling out process here. You don't want to be caught with a quick one after talking all that trash.
They've been on the mat
Two
for
guys who you
quite
would
some
think
time
were
now.
not on each other's radar up until the recent events. That's why we have what we have here in front of us. Both guys going through what they felt were their accounts of what happened last week on Friday Night SmackDown. Yeah, two differing perspectives. Both have a fair bit of merit to them. I think LA Knight understandably frustrated at losing the #1 contendership to Drew McIntyre thanks to Priest. But Priest, on the other hand, I guess came out to help LA Knight, who was
LA Knight just
surely
put
gonna
Damian
lose
on the
anyway.
outside.
I think he made a great point. That Samoan spike to the neck, followed by an inevitable Claymore. LA Knight was not going to win that match from that position. And I can just imagine the scramble in Nick Holmes' office right now as he rips up his sheet of proposed matches and starts
I just realized there's a turtle on his ring gear. That's
Who would
cute.
ever want to be a GM?
I wonder what that reference is. In the palm? Okay, we don't see the palm too. Already? Oh no, let's just go back.
Glad you're with us from the big crowd here in Des Moines, Iowa. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you. Friday Night SmackDown.
LA Knight and Damian Priest all of a sudden our opening match here on SmackDown as these two got heated right away as soon as we came on the air as LA Knight was questioning why Damian Priest caused a DQ last week, gave Drew McIntyre the #1 contender status, says Knight is looking for a rematch to re-earn his U.S. championship.
Yeah, both men with the tough talk, both men aggravated by losses at WrestleMania. There's a hell of a lot riding on this match here. You cannot afford to take 2 big L's in a row, and one of these men is going to have to eat that.
Priest slams down Knight. Just the 4th time that they've ever shared the ring, but the first time they've gone one-on-one.
Yeah, that limb length advantage of Damian Priest has really been the story of this one so far. As LA Knight,
No, he's trying to go for it as Priest throws him away for a moment and delivers the big kick with all 250-plus pounds coming behind it. And gets the shoulder up.
Well, if you ask me, that was a desperation play from LA Knight, clearly attempting that BFT.
Girl, that Gail was mentioning it earlier, they calling. I'm getting nervous.
Dominant Damian Priest at this point, and the limb length is really completely
Deadly versus
neutralized the
Practice,
Megastar's offense.
Absolutely 6'5".
Okay, yeah, I'll sit back in a minute.
He's climbing
Oh, I
up
must have
top,
missed something.
thinking about going
Alright,
old school,
and then
but
Randy,
Knight
okay.
drags him right down.
Knight just had that one way too well scouted. Just took a beat too long climbing the ropes, giving the Megastar that championship caliber athlete that he is a little chance to recover and throw something back in the opposite direction.
Mentioned how heated things got early on when we came on the air as both were giving their account of what happened last week. With that match between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre, and then Solo Sikoa came and got involved before Jacob Fatu was cleaning things up, and now these guys going toe-to-toe as Knight starts to take control here.
I think Damian Priest was just further antagonized.
Oh! The jumping neck breaker by Knight into the cover, hooks the leg, and quickly Priest gets rid of him.
Damian Priest antagonized further by that confrontation, I should say, with Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa as he entered the building here. It was like lighting the fuse, and I think the words from LA Knight set Damian Priest off over the edge, and a fight at that point was inevitable.
No, because why was he, like, literally not taking any accountability?
Big right hand from Priest as he tries to steady himself after the attack. From Knight, who gets him up and slams him down.
Yeah, Priest looks like he's hurting now, still clearly not quite recovered from that Sin City street fight.
I got him in a chokehold. Not a chokehold, he got him. He's grabbed.
For LA Knight here.
Oh, okay. Nine numbers.
Instead,
Roll down with it.
Knight able to counter, but then Priest comes roaring back. Left shoulder just barely gets up from Knight.
And that's how
This match pretty
dangerous
decent.
Damian
I don't know,
Priest
pretty
is. You
decent.
see him sucking on oxygen. He's moving a little gingerly. He's clearly in agony, but he's so big, so strong. One shot from Priest will take anyone off their feet. Look at the Megastar now. The wind completely knocked out of him.
Yeah, I just consider what both of these guys have given and taken in recent years. The brutality of recent years, especially considering what happened at WrestleMania. And each of their matches was looking for the Razor's edge this time. Instead, it's the Megastar coming back at Priest.
I agree with you, Joe. I think both men can well do with a week off to recover at this point. But coming off the back of losses, you don't want to take a week off. But what do the people want?
He's asking them, and he's set to deliver. Jump up, leaping elbow. The Megastar looking for the win here in Des Moines.
And they didn't be kicking out mad early. He's stubborn.
Big offensive surge moments ago, Wayne, from LA Knight. That jump up, leaping elbow. He thought he was going to put away Damian Priest.
These men is really taking its toll on them as they're both desperately trying to scramble to get back to a vertical base and get back on the offense. At this moment, the bodies are not cooperating with the minds.
Snatcher.
Priest out on that apron. Slams his head into that corner.
Questions at this point in a match with both men hurting is who can dig the deepest. The tank's running low, and it's the megastar in full control there.
It's coming over our way, just slamming down. But no, Priest is able to hit the brakes on that attack.
Yo, I thought that dude in the crowd was actually Bronson.
He slams him right into the barrier. Did you see that entire barrier move?
Well, it was really Priest who scrambled to the outside to try and get away from this
Oh, big
offensive
guy.
LA Knight,
Sure.
but Priest has turned it around in a big way.
Ooh.
And is now using this ringside area to his advantage, and it's LA Knight on the back foot. That is the Street Fighter inside Damian Priest coming to the fore. Perhaps an error from LA Knight, although...
So now the megastar sets him down, and this time he delivers on that reinforced announce desk. And Knight with the leg drop right on the apron with all that extra weight.
Their hits are
as
starting to
he
look much harder.
cascades down to the floor himself.
Now is the Punisher, Damian Priest, who getting punished by the megastar LA Knight.
All this stems from the action that happened a week ago. Both these men have different motivational forces. As Priest has had all that anger. He's been in the hurt business lately, mostly targeting Drew McIntyre. And for LA Knight, it's trying to get his championship back.
Oh, the problem of having so many championship caliber athletes and not enough championships to go around.
Oh, double clothesline. This is awesome. The chant has started here in Des Moines, Iowa, as LA Knight and Damian Priest moments ago, the double clothesline. These guys are giving everything they can. They have been heated after what happened a week ago when LA Knight blames Damian Priest for the DQ loss that put Drew McIntyre into the #1 spot. Now Knight's got Priest up top.
And it's been LA Knight who really has been punishing Damian Priest for these last few minutes. The confidence normally oozing out of Priest is perhaps turning into desperation.
Yo, that looked cool. The sweat bead just came off and like it. Oh. Yeah, LA Knight looks like he's in a rough position right now.
Place out a week ago, you picked the wrong time, my time. Oh! He was looking for the Razor's Edge moments ago! And now he delivers nearly 3/4 across the ring, sending the megastar. Just
I'm about to say, if you ain't kick out, you could at least try to go to the world. You weren't too far away.
High on the neck and shoulders for LA Knight. No way to protect yourself. The back of the head bouncing off the canvas, and this entire arena were convinced this was a 3-count. 2.99, no less than that, but somehow the megastar still taking.
Wait, can you believe the distance?
It says something when Damian Priest has the raw power to throw a 250-plus pound man in.
Hey.
It helps to have an extra pair of hands. Seems like you know that already.
Hold on, y'all.
I can see
Interruption.
an extra pair of your own today.
Oh, yes. Thank you again for your help, dear. And thank goodness for it. I was worried I was going to get all tangled up with all these colors of yarn.
I can see why. It's a real risk.
It is.
Well, sure. Lucky for you, I think I might have something to help. Behold! No, nothing to fear.
Dang, what are you watching? You keep making not scary noises.
I found this on the website.
Oh, hang it up. I'm scared. Go on.
Extra neatly schooled up. Safe, effective, and no pesky batteries or electricity to fret over.
The megastar trying to
Yeah,
his
that.
own
Sorry.
rally. No, Priest counters broken arrow.
Priest not going for a cover here. That
Maybe end up
could be
put on
a
the strap.
mistake. Perhaps he's
I don't know what I missed, but it looked like something
that
happened.
The megastar is not going to go down easy in this one. You have to stack that offense. But how much has Damian Priest got left in the tank to even scale to the top rope? He's taken a hell of a lot of time.
Oh, that is a question, and a legitimate one based on what we are seeing. As all of a sudden, Knight's back on his feet. Knight is back on his feet. Quickly hits on a superplex.
Call that a megaplex, maybe, Joe.
Hooks the leg. Oh, and Priest finds a way. What a battle to start SmackDown.
Well, just when this broken arrow connects to LA Knight, perhaps it was a mistake to not go for the pin, because here's what came back in return. The megastar with the megaplex. And I do think, looking at the pin that LA Knight executed there, he perhaps over-rotated the shoulders of Damian Priest, allowing Damian Priest an easier kick out. You can't blame him at this point in the match. Exhaustion is the order of the day now for these two men.
Here's see Stephanie's Places, by the way, this week's episode on ESPN Plus, Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. It's a must-watch as Knight sends Priest out to the floor.
These two men, their bodies, their joints must feel like jelly.
Oh yeah, check out Stephanie's Places. I did watch the Bloodline episode. Nice. I want to show how they drink.
Oh, the flatliner on the apron.
Bouncing forehead first off the hardest part of the ring. Can't pin him out there, obviously. Need to get him back inside and put this one to bed.
What's that doing for?
What in the world? Solo Sikoa.
Here.
The bell rings.
They're trying to figure out why they boo out of nowhere. Why are you here?
Solo Sikoa just came in to beat down Damian Priest.
Well, you've got to be careful who you're told smack to in this game, especially when you're about to go out and have a match. Talk a little too much trash to Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu on his entrance to the arena a few minutes ago in Priest.
Oh, now he's all over the megastar as well, Wade.
Well, I'll take a chunk of flesh
Yeah,
out
where's
of
Jacob?
whoever I can get
Where's
on
Jacob?
Solo Sikoa. This is statement time.
He's lining up the Samoan spike. Solo Sikoa in the midst of what was a
I do not like his
sensational
OJ voice. That makes me very uncomfortable.
between
I feel
Knight
very
and
uncomfortable.
Priest as he's going to deliver the spike to LA Knight. Oh no! Priest, a massive right hand.
Jump him.
Oh, EFT! And now they're back on their feet, and Solo better watch out.
Y'all better jump him. The match over with now?
They gave so much. They look down at Sikoa.
You know the rough looks for rest.
This is the hard way. What is he doing? He's tearing apart our
I mean, I said jump him. I ain't said kill him. You ain't gotta clear off the table.
Solo Sikoa's made a major faux pas here. He's about to get the Drew McIntyre treatment.
Jacob Fatu comes out of nowhere.
That human missile once again saving Solo Sikoa. But don't speak too soon, not when the perpetual motion machine LA Knight is around.
Knight, Samoan drop onto the desk.
Damn. They carry on messed up. It's okay
Fatu,
though.
the U.S. champion, one of the most violent and vicious of all. He is completely off the chain.
Oh God, he's got that look in his eye.
Oh no! Running hip attack into the barrier. He just moved the thing about 2 feet. And Priest
Damien.
just came right into the side.
Well, between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, a major message has just been sent to anybody who may have eyes on that United States Championship of Jacob Fatu. Where Fatu and Solo Sikoa go, carnage will swiftly follow.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, don't lick it. Ew, don't lick it. Ew.
It just comes with
Mark
so
the
much
territory, I
terror
guess.
for
Yeah.
anybody close to contention. This man is violent. This man is vicious.
The banger of a match, what should have been our main event, was just our opener, and All card is up in the air now, Joe.
Of course, last week, the whole world was buzzing with what we had for the main event. The TLC thriller won by the Street Profits, but not to get lost in the tag team division headlines, it was the debut of Fraxia.
What a debut it was. Let's take you back.
I always found their names very funny. They're great competitors.
Fraxium wowing us with speed,
Well, Fraxium is like a drug, don't
acceleration,
it?
and athleticism on their way to victory over Lost Stars and the former NXT Tag Champs, moving on in style as they announce themselves as major players here on the blue brand. Now let's head over to our correspondent, Byron Saxton.
Joe, Wade, thank you guys so much. Right now, standing by with the team that made their successful debut last week here on Friday Night SmackDown. Nathan Frazier and Axiom, otherwise known as Fraxium. And tonight, guys, you have another chance to go out there and show out. But this time, against Pretty Deadly. We're excited, Byron. You know, in NXT,
Byron, I
we
can
flipped
tie.
the entire tag team division upside down. And on Friday Night SmackDown, we plan on doing the exact same thing. Ain't that right, amigo?
Yeah, I mean, did you see that TLC match last week? It was bonkers, right? That's exactly what we're so excited to be here in SmackDown. This is the best tag division in the entire planet.
Oh, on that note, I do have to ask.
Yes, boys, coming through. Yes, boy, yes, boy. Excuse us,
Here we go.
Byron.
Off we go.
And if you're wondering, Byron, it is the purple, yes. Get it out of here, out of everybody's sight. Thank you.
What's
It's
wrong
good to
with
see you,
purple?
Fraxium. And it's
To be
good you
honest,
want
the
to
pink
compete
hair.
against the best because SmackDown is home of the best and hungriest tag team division. Speaking of hungry, tasty debut last week.
Very tasty.
But don't forget that the two tastiest snacks are around.
But I will admit, I'm enjoying having some extra European blood around SmackDown. It's really nice. It must be nice for you guys, right? It's new, it's exciting, and everybody loves you, and that's great, that's great. But I'm suggesting maybe we knock it down 20% and we remember that opportunities are earned, they're not given.
And we know how good you guys are, but more importantly, we know how good we are.
But wait, just remember, we thought that, but then we were thinking, wait, do we know if they're any good?
Well, yeah, we did Axiom
We've
match,
not wrestled
and then
them, and
we
we
wrestled
don't know if they're any good, and sometimes, you know, so then we
Alright,
spoke
y'all
to Uncle
start
Nick,
chat.
and we said, can we find out if they are actually any good?
Well, we're looking forward to it.
Be careful what you wish for, pals.
Oh, please, be careful. Oh, be careful,
See
won't
about
you? Ooh.
This ain't it.
I actually like their theme song.
Tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, with a combined weight of 426 pounds, Ethan Bridge, Ken Wilson, Pretty Deadly! First official match for Pretty Deadly since we saw them so close to the goal in their longest backyard. For sure against the Street Profits. Really, championship match at the O2. Now, they want to keep the new guys at bay. Pretty Deadly looking to maintain their status against Fraxia. That's coming up next on Friday Night SmackDown. And this match is presented by Sonic. Drive in.
The clock is ticking, Ethan. And now the fate of every soul.
Should be a 3-minute commercial break. Do as you please during this time. I'm actually gonna watch the video I was talking about earlier. Should I read the book? No, not watch. Look. I don't want to plug no particular. Y'all ever read this? Y'all know this book? Y'all see this properly? This is being reflective. Don't look at anything. But yes, have y'all ever seen this book? The City of Ember.
I assume that's what's happening. I keep hearing it ringing all day sometimes. I check my phone.
Yo, that ringing ain't loud enough for me to. Whatever.
Thanks. You're just now let's figure out what's going on with this note. The note goes on to talk about how they tore up the workspace to find the ringing, and that they poured over every recovery the Welcome Home Restoration Project has given me access to, including their website. Given that they're speaking about the organization in the third person, and they seem to be the one responsible for all the mess that we see backstage of the exhibit, it leads me to believe that this is the person put in charge of the whole thing, the question answerer. A professional exhibitor and museum curator who believes in our happy home just as much as we do. I actually saw their name pop up in the old website when I was doing my previous theory, but we didn't get much detail about them, so I kind of left them alone. But now they seem to be playing a much more important role in the story, especially as it was their quote that led us to the staff page in the first place. The QA's been the one handling the artifacts. They've been getting everything set up, and in so doing, they've fallen victim to Wally's trap. What they've also done is tell us where we need to look next to keep our quest going. The question answer keeps referring to a telephone that Wally's holding, one that they can hear, but they dismissed the toy phone in the exhibit. Quote, all that was there were the toys for the exhibit, and obviously those couldn't be ringing. But I'm never quite so quick to dismiss any evidence that feels so overtly obvious. The telephone is
Let me see something.
displayed at the exhibition as official merchandise for the Welcome
This thing uses a lot of eyes. It reminds me of a specific Japanese artist.
The merchandise page is full of
What is
holiday
his
cards,
name?
vinyl records, cereals, and coloring books.
Like, he does artworks and stuff like that. He does sculptures.
Right at the top of the page is the rotary phone. In fact, you can actually interact with this toy on the website. Pressing the buttons allows you to hear responses from the colorful cast of Welcome Home, just as you'd expect from a similar phone.
Oh, it is. Takashi Murakami.
That isn't quite adding up. Despite the restoration project bringing the phone back to its original working condition,
It doesn't look the same as the.
discrepancies between what we see
I keep blanking the name. Welcome home? Come home?
The box tells us that there should be 16
What home?
built-in conversations in this
Oh,
thing.
welcome home.
It was a website that was meant to bring back old cartoon shows for kids. They got controlled by Wally House.
Dang.
It got shut down a while ago, I think 40 or 60 years ago.
Phone that we see on the box.
And now it just popped up out of nowhere.
Play function. The website says his button has a
They're
glitch
stirred.
and has been taken offline.
But yes, they have a lot of eyes on the website. It reminds me of Takashi Murakami. Like art. Alright, we're back on.
Tomorrow night, that's one of your guys there, my man.
The Count from Clitheroe, England, one of the toughest Englishmen to ever walk the face of the planet. And talking about tough Englishmen, yes, boys, Pretty Deadly in action right now.
Far more aggressive in the ring, the version we've seen of them this year. It paid off. Number one contenders match.
We're watching some Michael Bisping fights, perhaps.
Oh wow, their entrance also makes me feel like I'm under the influence. So I feel like it fits the front you make.
Nathan Fraser and Axiom. Fraxium, the pair that dominated the NXT tag team scene for most of the past year. Ultra speedy. They impressed everyone last week with a win over Los Garza in a very fast-paced match. You look at the resume, the two-time NXT tag team champions with a distinct style.
Yeah, what an acquisition for the blue brand by Nick Aldis, picking up Fraxium. Many people call Fraxium the best tag team on planet Earth based on their performances in NXT. I'm not personally ready to quite go there yet, especially after the performances we saw from 3 tag teams in last week's TLC main event. But I will say that Fraxium, are certainly heading in the right direction.
Fraxium, Pretty Deadly. This match presented by Sonic Drive-In. You see the speed as he stretches him out and then delivers that kick right to the head. Spent time with Pretty Deadly earlier today as they are still trying to regroup after what happened at home in London. They put so much into that match.
Yeah, and it's always unnerving when you're an established team like Pretty Deadly is. When a new breakout team hits the scene, you feel like you know your place in the layer cake. You feel like there's a bit of a line forming to get an opportunity once again at the tag champs. And then a new team with a bunch of hoopla surrounded and turn up, and you feel like you've slipped.
Wilson hooks the leg.
one or two places down the ladder, and PD certainly need a big win tonight to let these newcomers know you're not going to have it too easy here on the Blue Brand.
See, Saturday, June 7th, that's going to be special Money in the Bank the same day as Worlds Collide. NXT and WWE's newly acquired Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide. What a day that's going to be in LA in early June.
Be careful, he says. Remember, he says be careful. Talk about the speed, the pace, the athleticism of Fraxium, but sometimes there's no matching the power advantage that PD have. Although the quickness and maneuverability there was telling for Fraxium.
DDT. And now all four men in the ring. And look at the pace that they pick up here.
I'm glad Pretty Deadly getting clapped right now. They are breaking them down. Apologize again. Another interruption.
Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Wrestling Academy in Davenport.
You see the fingerprints of Seth freaking Rollins all over Nathan Fraser, who is just a blur when you watch him in that ring. And
Oh, that makes so much sense. You trained at Seth's place.
Cold-blooded technician of the two. Oh, no slouch himself. And once again, that power game of Elton Prince is...
Leave for room. That is great. Okay, so as soon as I got back on is when they wanted to put a commercial.
I am Felicity Price.
Both. I'm figuring out how to finally start enjoying this journey.
I got it.
talking literal bugs crawling around the
Okay, well, we're back on.
She's presented by Sonic. Drive in, live free, eat Sonic. Desperate to get that tag on Nathan Frazer. Great debut on SmackDown, and now he does. Here comes Frazer, Wade. Oh, it's both of them.
He is the lens
Dude.
that we see the world through. He's not interacting. He's just sitting there quietly, completely still, observing. He's going from place to place, keeping a close eye on all of his neighbors, spying on his neighbors, if you will. If we're right and Wally is supposed to be some kind of a cult leader, then this makes a lot of sense. As the shepherd for his flock, he needs to make sure that everyone's under control. No one's stepping out of line. By the looks of it, something rotten seems to be happening under the surface of this idyllic kids' TV series. In one of the hidden videos, Sally Starlet makes a snide comment to Poppy about someone using gelatin molds for all their baking.
There's no one else in the neighborhood I would trust with this.
And we learn that this is a dig at the local bookworm Frank Franklin, based on a similar conversation in a different video.
I suppose gelatin can't always be relied upon, too. Still, I think it looks perfectly sliced fruit beautifully.
People are
To the floor, and now here comes Kit Wilson.
Frazer didn't see the tag. He was
did
so
not.
focused on attacking Elton Prince.
For the win. And the kick out at the very
That was
last
very
second.
close.
Well, that was a mistake Nathan Frazer really needs to learn from there. And you won't get many chances like that here at SmackDown. Frazer is lucky he's still ticking in this one.
Oh, big right hand comes in from Kit Wilson.
feeling a lot of tension, and most of it's revolving around
Wilson might have to win this one on his own if he's going to be successful here. I think Elton Prince is down for the count at this point, and it's effectively a 2-on-1 matchup, and now Axiom back in the fray.
Kit Wilson in that compromised position.
Just rapid tags here from Fraxium. It is now Nathan Frazer who's the legal man.
Oh, Spanish fly!
And this did the damage last week, Joe.
Meanwhile, Nathan Frazer Phoenix Splash! The combo work for the win! They did it!
Side to
And it is 2 for 2 on SmackDown.
Your winners!
Fraxium!
Well, it was certainly not beginner's luck for Fraxium. 2 weeks in a row.
I enjoyed the match. With all the
Against
interruptions and shit, it's like, damn.
contenders, the Spanish
I'm gonna have to
fly
watch
from
that back
Axiom,
later, sorry,
stacked with a Phoenix splash from Nathan Frazer. 2 weeks in a row, it's done the damage, and that could be the key to Fraxium one day winning gold here on the Blue Brand.
Yeah, they are making a big statement early on in what is a richly talented and proven tag team division. Big win for Fraxium.
You know, after watching the Street Profits win that TLC match last week, it's
That's
really
good
brought
for
some
them.
inspiration. And I would love if Michin and myself would be able to get our hands on some gold of our own.
And we know that you just gave some time off to Liv and Raquel, so Liv can go film that movie. I'm just saying that when they come back, we would be honored to be able to talk about it.
Just a couple of paper tigers and a huge dictator. Madam Chat. Gypsy, you can come in there.
Oh, condolences for your loss.
Oh, you look good covering all black and L's.
So sad. Nicholas, last week was rigged, hijacked by the deep state of jealous women in the locker room led by none other than crooked Selena Vega.
Chelsea, the numbers don't lie, and the referee counted 3. So that's the number I care about.
Textbook collusion is what that is. We are talking about the United States Championship, Nicholas. You're not even from here.
Neither are you, or you, or you.
How dare you? Blasphemy.
She's an American hero. That's right. Nicholas, don't make me take you to the Supreme Court.
Well, good luck with that. I have a show to run, so unless there's something else...
No, wait. What if I told you I won't take you to the Supreme Court and instead you will give me the recount that I deserve?
I think you mean a rematch, and that's something we can certainly talk about, just not tonight, because tonight, Zelina Vega's going one-on-one with Piper Niven.
What?
What?
Since when?
Right now,
You
one-on-one.
agreed to this.
And hey, if Piper's successful, she'll be first in line for a title shot, and then maybe she could be U.S. champion, and then maybe you can be her secret heiress.
What?
Why are they bullying Chelsea? Why are they bullying the president? I don't. Oh, my
We'll hear from the dangerous.
Anyway, yeah, what the what?
Next.
God bless the Secret Harvest. God bless Chelsea Green.
ready?
She's an American hero,
I'll
really.
stay ready. That's why I'm
She's
him.
so good at her job.
Who's his? Me. I'm him. You mean Kim?
Oh.
No, me, him. Oh.
Hey, you could keep your thing on.
Barnaby also chases down Eddie the mailman because he wants his delivery, even though Eddie says it's against the rules. You have to put it in your mailbox. It's policy. And Barnaby just straight up bullies.
I ain't gonna lie, as much as I get annoyed by these Snicker ads, Snickers is good. A lot of sugar, obviously, but it's a nice candy bar. Unless you don't like nuts, then horrible.
But then there's the final video. It is wildly different from everything else we've seen so far. Unlike the other bugs that appear on the normal pages of the website, this bug is found on a hidden page, the WOXYVE page from the Welcome Home pre-update. In case you don't remember, this was one in a series of hidden pages that you could discover by finding misplaced letters and the text sprinkled across the website. This particular page shows scripts from the original Welcome Home TV show, but now there's been a bug added, a real bug hiding under the pages. Click it and we find a video of Barnaby talking, just like all the other videos, but this time he's not talking to another character. Instead, he's talking to Home, telling him all the things that he did that day. In his talk, Barnaby calls back to all the other clips, like annoying Frank, bullying Julie.
Oh, this is a 3-minute commercial break. 3 minutes, y'all. Probably less than that now.
Just like in all the other videos, Barnaby calls over to Wally, but this time, the video doesn't immediately end. Did you hear that? Just before the video glitches out, we hear a number of banging and creaking sounds all coming from Home. It's Home talking back. And if we look at the transcript, we actually get a translation to tell us how Home is feeling. Sounds of banging can be heard, sort of like laughter. Opens and closes its door judgmentally. We're being helped along to understand how Home feels. And given the judgmental lines are focused around what Barnaby sees as fun, I'm not convinced that Home is happy. And most disturbingly of all, in those final moments, the bangs and creaks are left unaccounted for. There's no transcript, no translation. Why? Because the truth is purposely being hidden from us. I believe that this right here is the moment that Wally is taken over by Home. Until now, Wally has simply been a faithful servant to Home, doing as it says, being its eyes and ears. But after hearing how the neighborhood's been miserable, Home decided it needed to take matters into its own hands, taking full control of Wally like the puppet that he is. But there was still something that felt odd to me. So far, Wally/Home is the only one that we've seen communicating to us through the glitches in the website. But this suddenly blows the roof off their whole charade, revealing the truth that they don't want us to know, that they are one and the same. So why would they choose to show it to us on the website? Well, what if I told you it's not them? There's someone else uploading these videos to the site. There's someone else working from the inside to take Wally down. Consider this, the way these videos have been seeded out to us, the audience is completely different how Wally's been speaking to us through this website so far. Wally draws on the website to get our attention, but these videos are being revealed by literal bugs crawling across the site. So if Wally draws because he's an artist, then is there a character that's associated with bugs? The answer there is a resounding yes. One of the character's descriptions reads as follows, quote, a resident bookworm with an expertise on butterflies. A description that belongs to none other than Frank Frankly. This guy loves butterflies. He even wears a butterfly-shaped bow tie to prove it. But he isn't limited to just one type of insect either. Eddie calls on him for help when an insect gets into his post office.
I'm afraid I only deal with bugs, Mr. Deer.
Bug, a critter, a guest, a neighbor, whatever it is, it's up even my whole post office. The most damning of all is that on the merchandise page, there's
The official fan hospitality partner of WWE. Unrivaled access, unmatched service, the unforgettable experiences. You can find your package for Backlash on location, pxp.com/WWE. And of course, there in St. Louis, the continued next chapter written in the long history of John Cena and Randy Orton. Cena versus Orton. One of the great rivalries in the history of the WWE. Two of the great champions of our era, Orton and Cena, to lock it up for the opportunity to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Tables, ladders, and chairs match. Climb up in the championship.
The WWE was unifying the titles. There was going to be one top dog grand champion of the WWE.
forgot about that.
It elevated Randy Orton to a completely different level.
Randy Orton is WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
I proved tonight that I am the greatest superstar of this generation or any other. Cannot wait for that one. Backlash a week from tomorrow in St. Louis, Missouri. The hometown man, Randy Orton, looks to become a 15-time world champ against an almost 25-year rival.
As much as I wanted Cena to win at Mania, I'm glad he did. I want Randy to win now.
Side note, we will be hearing from Randy Orton later on tonight, right here on SmackDown, regarding that match.
Hey fans, enter WWE's Dream Trip to Universal Orlando Resort sweepstakes for a chance to experience Universal Orlando Resort's 4 theme parks, including the all-new Universal Epic Universe, opening May 22nd, plus a chance to meet a WWE superstar. You can go to WWE.com/Universal Sweeps to enter for a chance to win that.
Ladies
and gentlemen, please welcome Nia Jax! Of course, Nia knows what it's like to be on top of them all, the 2-time women's world champion.
Girl. Nia came back looking the fuck good and you just gonna stop? I hate... Let's look at my shit up. Oh, that's what that was.
A sign of decay. Just like Wally, Frank here is painting us a picture. He's telling us that life since joining the cult isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's a sign of decay inside. There's something corrupt in the middle of this otherwise pristine-looking place. In fact, in multiple clips, he's suspicious of the true nature of basically everyone around him.
I doubt you're any sort of thief. I've never seen any blue dog before in my life.
Frank knows neighborhood, Barnaby, Howdy, and Home are not what they seem on the surface. In fact, he's afraid of them. In that same video clip of the vegetable garden, we see a lineup of these colorful things. If there are any professional gardeners out there that want to tell me exactly what they are and what their name is, I'd appreciate it because I wasn't able to find it. But to me, they seem very humanoid. We see 8 standing up in a line, and then one opposite them, upside down.
Shit.
It's tippy time!
Fuck Nia, man. What the fuck? This is horrible time. I just had a whole little chat.
Let me guess. Nia, you were gonna say that you're gonna annihilate me and then take my title. Newsflash, I'm not the same Tiffany Stratton that used to bully you around anymore. Cashing in on you was the greatest thing I've ever done for my career, and I do it again. And then I went toe-to-toe with one of the greatest of all time, Charlotte Flair. And then I beat her. And if we ever lock up again, I'd beat you too.
You offer me a rematch?
No. You should know, and you should have been here long enough to know that I don't make the matches around here. But I'm certainly not shying away from a fight.
Someone who
I
respects
defend
the
my title
establishment.
against you anytime, any place, anywhere.
Oh, now you can so I'm like, who?
Well,
Look at. Yeah,
You know, it's funny to see the two of you fighting. Because I remember for months when I was trying to get the WWE Women's Championship from Nia, Tippy, you always found a way to make sure you helped her out. You two made my life hell. And you say that you've changed? Nah, Tiffy. I've changed.
Yeah, she did.
I'm a new Naomi now. I'm no longer the sweet Naomi, the good girl who stood behind Bianca and let Jade walk all over. I took matters into my own hands. I took out Jade and I took my championship. Jade may have ruined everything that I have worked for, but I am not done. Shut up.
You said what? Girl, hell no. Go glaze up over there.
After gold. And not only will I push you onto a car, I'll push you under one.
That's the craziest story. You just went, what? Yeah, can you get her real quick? What? That's gonna be your thing?
Well, proceed with caution may hit a little different right now. Look at that purposeful stride of the storm. Jade Cargill is going to get it.
I need to know how does she lay her height. Like, how does she... Weird zones looking weird.
Well, it was Jade Cargill who got jumped by Naomi.
Why are y'all two fighting?
And then subsequently, of course,
Tiffy and Nia just fighting over there in the corner.
Nia Jax, a little bit of payback before our eyes here.
All out brawl. And now Tiffany
It's only a
and
matter of time.
Jade circling each other.
Okay, ladies, let's settle down. If the four of you are so eager for a fight, then let's give Des Moines, Iowa a tag team match, Blair. Let's give them Naomi and Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill and the champ Tiffany Stratton, and let's do it tonight.
Lives right now, though. No?
That sounds like a potential main
event? Yeah.
That could well replace the one we lost earlier.
Yeah, two bitter rivals, and then the two former great friends who stood over a contract cash-in, so that is great stuff by Nick Aldis to know that. He deserves a big hand, by the way, this week. He led the way on Raw, filling in on Raw. Then he over-delivers here on SmackDown 2 times already tonight.
Well, being a GM is a thankless task, but the truth is you get four big personalities like we just had brawling in that ring. They're going to fight one way or another. May as well make it legal.
One of the biggest post-Mania surprises came a week ago. The return of a very dangerous, often mysterious and cryptic, capable superstar.
And may you never forget that I am the Miz, and I am about to have a very bad night. Because look who arrived. It was the shocking return to SmackDown of one Aleister Black. And upon this vision, the audience's jaws dropped. And soon after that, the body of the Miz would do the same. A specialist Muay Thai kick, Black Mass. Give the devil his
Lay the
due.
fuck out.
Hey, you know what? I'm sick of people playing with your name, man. How's he gonna try to make a moment off a moment maker? Tonight, we gonna show him. You, me, and Dre.
Dre.
Pardon?
Dre.
Who's Dre?
Dre and I are pillars in this industry. This is what I was talking
Andre
about
the
last
Giant?
week. Respect.
That giant, Andre the Giant
2
chain?
decades I built WWE with hard work and spotlight stealing performances. I've outlasted next big things, so-called flavors of the month, so-called legends, you name it.
And he wanted his second chance
You targeted Mike. Yeah. You targeted nobody, nobody talks. You target The Miz, everybody talks. Spotlight's on you. But here's the thing, he didn't knock me out last week. He woke me up. He's not fighting for a spotlight. I'm fighting to remind everyone exactly who I am.
I feel like this has been your thing for
There's
like
a reason
10 plus
I
years
lasted
now. I like it, but at the same
in a
time, it's
company
kind of crazy.
that he only lasted 5 years in. Aleister Black wants to make a statement, but he's going to be a part of mine. Let's go.
Sure, go on.
Hit my music.
I do have some doubt, but go on. I respect the energy.
I mean, Mello with a 15-pound gold medallion Andre the Giant head.
Well, you got successes in this game, Joe Tesh. You celebrate them. What a massive success that was for Mello.
Well, when The Miz is reminding us that he once defeated current undisputed champion John Cena in a WrestleMania main event, we get moments like this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal,
Makes so much more sense, man.
residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
Chance in front of The Miz. Coming up next against Aleister Black. Don't go anywhere.
And a lot, I'm finna dip like crazy in this commercial.
What's up, WWE Universe? Guess what?
3-minute break, y'all. I feel like so far this has been match heavy. Like all the matches have been solid. And it's pretty good so far. Just SmackDown. You said what? The last one? I only watched certain highlights of last week, to be honest with you. So. I won't speak much on that, but
Because of the fact that WrestleMania show after WrestleMania was fired. People were talking about that. They weren't talking about what happened beforehand. The only thing it was all about SmackDown. Jacob fought too with that motherfucker.
yeah, I didn't hear much else, to be honest with you. But hey, that's what happens when you got a good product. Sometimes it overshadows other work.
Who the fuck will talk about fucking John Cena and Randy Orton right now?
I care.
I care. I'm not saying I don't care. I'm saying John Cena and Randy Orton. Who cares about who wins that match?
To be honest, I want Randy to win. Straight up, I want him to win.
If he wins, you know Johnson's gonna win it back off.
You gonna do what?
Just win it right back off.
I thought you only had like a certain amount of days left. Would you even have time to do it?
Yeah.
I don't.
John Cena and Randy Orton, yeah, it's different tags every fucking time it falls.
They do, well, like, no. I don't care. I don't think I want to see a tit for tat. I'm not opposed to seeing it. Like, if they did that, that's fine, but I don't really want to see it. Personally.
That makes sense. His last few with Randy.
There's a Karate Kid coming out.
I know.
I ain't know. Why you telling me? Both Jackie Chan and the OG boy.
I know.
I ain't know.
We don't care about the Karate Kid.
Who said that? Jaden Smith was my childhood. That one song with Justin Bieber in them. What you mean? What was his name?
What was the Karate Kid's name?
He was Jaden Smith to me the whole time.
No. The Karate Kid. What is his name?
I don't know what you mean, Mike.
What is the character's name?
How would I know? I didn't watch the OG one, remember?
What's the same name for James Smith?
I don't know his name because he was Jaden Smith. Say I never registered his actual name ever. Always Jaden Smith.
So you find tell me about shit like that, then I'm not gonna tell you that shit.
Oh, such a hater. Fine.
You don't care, you don't care. You only care about the black nigga that was on the screen.
Yo, language.
Sorry. True.
Yeah, it's true. If you
Black person on the screen, so why in the hell would I tell you about fucking J.D. Smith? About the Karate Kid, like we both know J.D. fucking Smith is not gonna get a goddamn Karate Kid.
Cause Jackie Chan is it.
He got too much other shit that we fuck. Okay, what was Jackie Chan's name?
Girl, I don't. Alright, bro. I'm gonna hang it up because clearly you're just not locked in. You want me to be locked in. I want some service level locked in.
Fucking locked in. I asked you for the name of the character.
I don't know their name.
What is the? What makes Karate Kid turn into a Karate Kid?
Oh, at least in James Smith one, I know he got bullied and shit. And they had
Why?
Cause
Why did he get bullied?
I never fully understand why he got bullied, to be honest with you. Like, because he's a foreigner? Or is it because he's just a loser? Like, I don't know. I didn't recall.
You understand.
Wait, hold on. I don't like your energy. This is a real hating that shit right here.
It is.
Yeah.
You not understand when it comes to the Karate Kid. Every iteration has the same story. It's just in different places.
Yes, I understand not to look for you to Karate Kid stuff because I don't care that much.
If you don't care that much, don't ask me to be like, why did you not tell me? Why did you not tell me?
Then I won't. We're back on.
SmackDown on the 10th and Monday Night Raw on Monday the 13th of October. And undisputed champion John Cena will be there in Perth. His final appearance in Australia. And you can register for tickets at WWE.com/WWE Australia 2025. The Miz, of course, his huge resume of his career, and a loud complaint recently of being left off the WrestleMania cards. Well, that was silence a week ago. With the incredible entrance and stunning return of the man we're about to experience again. We're all back in black here on Friday Night SmackDown.
8 times? What is he saying?
It has been 1,663 days since Aleister Black has had an official WWE match. It was October of 2020. Undertaker's really curious past, of course, that Aleister Black has been on now comes with a concerning destination for so many in the SmackDown locker room.
Unnerving, otherworldly presence. Somebody I've not seen in the locker room all day this week. All day last week, he just appears and causes devastation with precision strikes. A ton of questions surrounding the return of Aleister Black, and top of the list for me is why target The Miz. The Miz is convinced it's because Aleister Black wants to stand in The Miz's gigantic spotlight. He's targeting one of the biggest names with one of the biggest resumes. It remains to be seen if that is indeed the case. But it has woken up something inside of The Miz, who has his work cut out in Aleister Black's first match back. Oh,
he goes spinning. Of course, that black mass laid out The Miz a week ago. He is so dangerous as a striker with that spinning kick.
Well, once bitten, twice shy if you're The Miz. That connects. It is game over this evening. Miz acutely aware more than anyone just how dangerous this man is. Trying kicks of his own. Major faux pas against a Muay Thai expert like Aleister Black.
He's so capable. That kickboxing pedigree, Muay Thai, everything he's capable.
Oh, he's a hater. He generally put your foot down.
Gets on the attack.
Well, there are two versions of The Miz. There's the mind games playing version, likes to laugh and joke, and then there's this version that is a two-time Grand Slam.
That half clinch into the knee, into the leg sweep, that hardcore Muay Thai move.
Yeah, expert precision by Aleister Black, who trains with Muay Thai world champs Liam Harrison, Andy doesn't. And if Miz thought he was going to get away with a quick one this evening, he better think again.
Miz goes for the kick. Black able to get out of the way. As he's off to a very good start. Miz looks to counter. Catches that boot, but then there's that right knee that comes up again. See the memory and the movement of Aleister Black. Right through the top of the torso of the Miz into the cover.
Black is so skilled at this, he almost comes across as a Matrix-like performer. He's just a step ahead of the Miz at every move so far, and Miz's mistake has been trying to match Aleister Black at his own game.
And the striking ability, he's accurate, he's powerful, he's fast.
Peppering the Miz with shots from impossible angles thus far.
Looks over at Carmelo, and with that one moment of hesitation, Miz takes advantage. Swinging Aleister Black's head right into the LED board on the apron.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is...
Lord.
Ooh.
See, it's a break. And I got the audio, but they got the visual. I'm a horrible play-by-play. I'm gonna try something. See, Carmelo Hayes ain't doing nothing crazy. He low-key just watching. He just getting too close for comfort. Now they're inside the ring now. Damn. Kick to the head by Miz. Ooh. Dang. Alright, he ain't hurt you that bad, did he? Miz is just like raking his face in the middle rope. Ooh. Dang. He being mad rough with him. He like pulled him back in with his leg.
That line, I don't want to end this call, to me, sounds like desperation. While he says that he's alone with Hope, he doesn't sound excited because with no one else around, Hope can take control and carry out the next part of his plan.
I have to go get ready for homewarming.
Homewarming is the next part of Hope's
Knees to the back of Aleister.
more people into this cult. So
What
we can
is
see
this?
this plan in action. We head on over to the second
Ah.
piece of evidence from this new secret site named Commercials. On this page,
Elbow strike. Alright, Aleister's getting clapped right now. This is why the Miz be talking the way he be talking. It's like, yo, I'm a grand slam. 2-time grand slam. I done this, that, and the third. It shows in the ring. Especially when he's annoyed.
So this is a huge deal. At least it would be if W had actually managed to record any of it too. You have one job though.
I think Aleister is getting out of it though.
So from this point onwards,
Yeah.
constantly watching, hoping the show would return to the screen until finally he found something. Quote, I was finally rewarded in December. The channel it appeared on didn't make any sense.
Smooth. Yo, alright. I don't know how to describe the scene because I just saw it, but that was smooth. Aleister had gone out of it. They went to one of the corners. Miz slid under him, went onto the outside. Aleister was like on the apron area, and then he just slipped them and bang. True. Okay, so Aleister's back has been getting like really fucked up by Miz. Yeah, he just messes back up on the outside. Alright, what you trying to do now? Miz head for a top rope.
Yes, balanced breakfast for any child growing up in the 70s. You make a good joke about it, but back then, advertising this sort of thing with animated characters was pretty normal.
Okay. Yay, we're back. Where's my play-by-play? I know it wasn't that good, but I tried.
To SmackDown a week ago and delivered a Black Mass spinning kick to the Miz. Now the Miz comes in against Black, who's in his first official WWE match since October of 2020.
Well, it has been an absolute masterclass by the Miz. Oh, go for that skull crushing finale, but Too quick was Aleister Black, and The Miz has just shown exactly why he is so special when he drops the posturing, drops the clowning around, because he has effectively neutralized somebody who was mowing him down in the early goings in this one.
Off the steps, but he hits a huge knee. I mean, a huge right knee as The Miz just drapes into that barrier.
Yeah, tremendous reactionary strike there from Aleister Black, who didn't get more than a split-second notice that The Miz was darting at him. It was the perfect strike at the perfect time, which tells you exactly why Black is just so dangerous.
Yes, that striking ability. One-time moves that we saw early on in this match when he took advantage, and now he's able to parry that right hand and it sweeps the leg. And look at the speed and the offensive personal attack of Aleister Black.
Sure, a strike to the liver in there at one point.
Oh, springboard right to the cover. And able to get that shoulder up on the two count. Of course, The Miz.
The Miz has been completely debilitated by various body strikes there, all of them so precise. All Miz can do at this point is cover up and hope for the best.
Tickets available for Monday Night Raw in nearby Omaha, and we are only 8 days away from Backlash. Randy Orton, John Cena, we are going to hear from the Viper here tonight on SmackDown. Miz able to catch that knee. The hair then stomps down before delivering the DDT. And Miz, he hooks the leg himself, looking for the win before that left shoulder hits out.
But once again, it's the dirty tricks of The Miz that keep getting him back on top.
Girl, this is a good match. Does that keep playing in my face?
What planet he's on when he puts that foot under that head and lifts up his potential victim. Oh, Carmelo Hayes gets up on the apron. Thinks twice. Oh, there's a roll-up attempt. There's a
No way it actually works. Yeah, I'm about to say. Ain't no way that actually works.
There it is. There it is. Black Mass.
Cook. I'm gonna say why he immediately jump on it, but he's out. He's out cold. And I will say, I like that Carmelo didn't do too much interference. He was just really a distraction. He wasn't like a hindrance in the match or anything. He just was there.
Dangerous. Give the devil his due. And Carmelo Hayes, not this week, pal. Live to fight another day.
I would really encourage you to actually do that.
Face to face, Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, they might have a good match.
And Aleister Black, after a massive Black Mass, was just delivered to the chin of The Miz. Five years for Aleister Black. Back on Friday Night SmackDown.
Judging by that performance, the first of many, I suspect, Joe Tess.
Devastating striking ability. Black Mass spinning kick. And The Miz checking his teeth. As Carmelo helps him to his feet. What a showcase win. Welcome back, Aleister Black.
Phoenix. I had a chance to watch your match at WrestleMania, and brother, I gotta tell you, what I saw was a true embodiment of disappointment.
Damn.
Yeah. Not only did you lose the biggest match of your life, for which you should be embarrassed, but you also embarrassed the whole tradition of lucha libre by losing to a clown, un payaso, like El Grande Americano.
Rey Mysterio
That's it, just a
himself
tad bit.
picked
Just a little,
you
just a little bit.
to take his place at WrestleMania. And you blew it. And now, the self-appointed greatest luchador of all time is out of the picture. And this time, hopefully forever. Someone's gonna have to take his place. And that person, brother, has always been me.
I thought he disowned you. I thought you quit because you fucked up.
You're gonna want to listen.
Even though I actually agree with this.
Mira, cállate.
Yeah, please stop. Sorry.
Stay out of my business. Okay? Whoa. Espera. There is only one luchador in the world I trust. And definitely, it's not you, brother. If you have a problem, I will see you in the ring tonight.
Yeah. Rude of me to interrupt. I'm sorry, but he started chatting. Got annoying. Yeah, I do recall when they was having that feud with LWO after he had parted. I sympathize with him, but yeah.
New York, she is the new Women's United States Champion, Zelina Vega!
How can you not feel great about the new Women's U.S. Champion, Zelina Vega? The persistence, that underdog grit, kept knocking on the door, proving herself. Overcame all the nonsense with Chelsea Green. And now faces one of the main obstacles during that stretch. Vega against Piper Niven. That's coming up next. The new Women's United States Champion. Sunday on WWE LFG.
The LFG playoffs are here, so let's...
What's her name? Is her name Xena?
Episodes mean double the elimination.
I think that's her name.
First, the ladies.
She's my favorite so far, I ain't gonna lie. At first I'm like, whatever. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I fuck with her now. That's for the women's. For the guy, nothing has really stood out too much for me.
I don't want to say goodbye to either of you.
WWE LFG. Sunday, 8/7 Central.
Outside of what's his name? Him and Ray keep beefing. Oh, nope, not today. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm blanking on the names, but if you're watching LFG, I'm sure you probably know who I'm talking about. Him and Bully Ray. It's to the point where it gives love hate. I don't think they even love each other that much. It's just they have some underlying respect for each other. But whatever that guy's name, I like him. Seems very unprofessional though. But great personality. So we'll see how that goes. What's her name? Xena Sterling? I don't know. I forgot her last name. But yeah. If y'all watching LFG, let me know who y'all fuck with the most. Trying to see something. 3-minute break again, by the way. That's why I muted it.
Story has more story to tell, one that has been kept away from prying eyes. That's right, though the main website is virtually the same, our secret website run by W has undergone some more interesting alterations. Some are small changes that focus on W's tracking of someone that was responding in the guest book, the secret messages we found in Moines' drawings. But the real change comes with the addition of the brick-by-brick audiobook. W points out a large number of differences between the text of the book and the audio they received. Most notably, it contains the part of the audio that cut out in the original tape, though it doesn't seem to match what we read in the storybook. As Poppy is left alone in her home, we start to hear sounds That was when Home took control of Eddie. Now, Home's onomatopoeic sounds are showing up again when Poppy is isolated and afraid in order to take control. We even see this represented in the storybook. Sally tries to cast Poppy in the play, but Home ends up taking her place. Home takes over as Poppy. And as we're listening to Poppy's breakdown, the page of the storybook just shows Wally saying everything is as it should be. Wally, Home's faithful servant, is revealing that this is all part of the plan. That everything is as it should be. Everyone should be isolated and become part of Home. Frank is coming in with a whisper, trying to calm them down and save them, bringing them back to reality without Bobby Darling noticing. But Frank needs to up his game, and fast, if he's going to save everyone. With each new update, we are seeing a member of the neighborhood become isolated and taken over by Home. First with Eddie, and now with Poppy. If Frank insists on staying under the radar like this, Julie, Sally, Howard, and Barnaby will all be succumbing to Home's evil plans very soon. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays, neighbor. But if you're still wanting more, answer the call and click the link on screen to watch our video of the complete lore of Minecraft. Why won't you answer me, neighbor?
Is that baby McAfee?
I was just pumped to be on the screen or anything like that. Every stage of my life, whether it's junior high, high school, college, NFL, you name it, whatever city, whatever group of friends I'm around, I told them all that I was going to be a professional wrestler. I'm supposed to be a professional wrestler. Supposed to be a professional wrestler.
And episode 7, featuring Pat McAfee of Stephanie's Places, comes out next Wednesday. This week's Stephanie's Place, of course, a 10-episode ESPN original series, been outstanding, great reception. Features the Bloodlines, available to watch on ESPN Plus, also available on Hulu and Disney Plus. Excellent work. Of course, Pat's got some work to do against Gunther in 8 days at Backlash.
Rather him than me.
Oh, Lord. Almost forgot McAfee's supposed to face off against Gunther.
It is a great
I need to start praying for
at Wells Fargo Arena. Look at this big man. Look at Deion Dawkins, the 4-time Pro Bowler, the offensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. The big man is sitting here ringside among this massive crowd here in Des Moines, Iowa.
And get this, just announced, we had a luchador dispute in the locker room moments ago. While we're going to settle it tonight as the Electric Rey Fenix and the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar, they're going to go one-on-one later tonight right here on SmackDown.
So Zelina Vega, the new United States champion, having defeated Chelsea Green.
I don't know why Nick has it out for Chelsea. I don't know why. Because what he proposed earlier was ridiculous.
Accompanied by Chelsea Green and out of the fire from Glasgow, Scotland.
I don't want to set the posture for some reason.
And Wade, let's remind everyone what happened last week with Piper and her secret purpose partner, Alba Fire.
Yeah, well, it's been weeks of chasing, but Zelina Vega finally got her opportunity at the US title last week. The career underdog being cheap-shotted by the secret Hermes one time too many. That led to their ejection. And it was a big distraction for all involved, but it was Vega who got the opportunity to hit that patented code red and grab her first singles championship in WWE. Chelsea Green, the now former champ, left distraught that her time on the top is over.
She is distraught indeed. Chelsea Green, as there she is in full-on grief-stricken funeral mourning clothing, as she says, to grieve the loss of her U.S. championship. I'll give you a little more on that in a moment, but how quickly things can change. For months, it was Piper escorting out and serving at the right hand of the U.S. champ, Chelsea Green, and now it's Chelsea without the title and Piper taking on the new champ.
Well, immediately, you see the disparity in physical advantages in this one, and Zelina Vega right from the off the champ looks like a mouse lost in a maze. And there's a big lion coming to eat her in the form of Piper Niven.
Piper, boy, the size advantage of being stretched out by Zelina Vega. It'll be interesting to see the strategy that Vega takes in taking on Piper in a spot like this. Who looks to just splash but misses.
Well, that was a great strategy. Get the hell out of the way of that. Because it would have been a short night for our new champ had Piper Niven connected there.
Zelina Vega, the new champion. Oh, and the big knee comes in, and Wade, never underestimate how much a title means to someone. It was an emotional scene this week on social media. Zelina Vega posting, bringing the championship to the 9/11 memorial, placing it on her late father's nameplate. That was a beautiful scene.
Yeah, absolutely incredible from Zelina Vega. But contrast that with the emotions here from the former champ Chelsea Green.
Big shoulder just takes out Vega.
It was a sad lament in the physical form last week when Chelsea lost her title, and that has been extended here at ringside.
But, I mean, when you look at Chelsea Green, you know, I ran into her earlier tonight. The black sunglasses, the black veil, the whole head-to-toe formal funeral outfit. I said, what are you doing? She said, well, many times in our country, in history, we collectively grieve. Incredible to think, but she was compelled to try to replicate as close to a similar outfit that Jackie O wore during the presidential funeral back in the 60s. That was from Chelsea herself. That is what she said.
Joe, have a heart. Lady Liberty.
I mean, but to say that, to draw upon that, that's right from Chelsea's mouth as to what her intent was in this
That's
outfit.
a little red flag.
I think we're all in mourning and looking.
Nobody is.
Well,
nobody is.
Well, you're the only one who isn't.
No.
You have a heart of stone, Joe.
There are maybe 3 people, and one of them is Chelsea Green herself. It is a wonderful story to see what Zelina Vega, the underdog, has pulled off. And everything she had to go through to get to that point as Piper Niven slams her down so hard.
The celebrations are brief. The United States champion. You have to think, and this might not serve Chelsea well, if Piper Niven wins here in his non-title affair, perhaps she will be due an opportunity at the goal.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. But right now, Zelina Vega.
Start off strong.
Is in trouble.
Yeah.
Piper's in control.
I am an unofficial member of the Green regime, something that you will never get the security credentials for, believe me, Joe Tess.
I don't want those security credentials. And look at the beating that Vega continues to take. The size advantage of Piper Niven is coming into play right from the start. Oh, a slap from Alba Fire. As soon as the referee turns his head, Alba Fire comes in and just gives her a right hand right across the chin.
Well, you spend your entire career wanting to win singles gold here in WWE, and then when you win it, you realize it wasn't the sunshine and rainbows that you thought it would be. You are going to be in a dogfight every single week that you are in possession of that gold.
She's thrown out onto the floor, right at the feet. The rival who she took the title from. And Chelsea Green with a right hand.
The referee missed the entire thing. Piper Niven doing a great job of distracting Ryan Tran in there. It's the fast count referee who counted Chelsea Green out several weeks ago, I might add. That was part of a major conspiracy against Chelsea Green.
That was a victory when Zelina Vega defeated Chelsea Green by countout. By the way, Zelina Vega has defeated Chelsea Green 3 straight times. The countout that you mentioned, the roll-up win, and then the thrilling United States title match that was well-earned. But right now, the issue is Piper Niven.
Well, of those victories, 2 of the 3, the Secret Service were on at ringside. Chelsea was vulnerable. The third one, they were
I didn't see Zelina Vega with anybody ringside,
which is an absolute disgrace. There's some major powers working against Chelsea Green and the Green regime, and some would say foreign interference from the likes of Nicholas Aldis.
Zelina Vega is just trying anything she can, desperately, to fight off Piper Niven. Big force line from Niven. Lateral press.
I always say Chelsea Green and Piper's in the
polar bear playing around with a seal at this point. You feel Piper Niven at any point she wants can just end this one and put the champ out of her misery and perhaps secure herself a future championship opportunity. But I'll tell you this about Zelina Vega, she is not giving up in a hurry, but she might want to start thinking about doing exactly that.
A week ago, Zelina Vega won her first singles title of her career in WWE. Earlier tonight, Chelsea Green was demanding a rematch. Instead, General Manager Nick Aldis had other plans, and that is this test against Piper Niven. You see the dethroned United States champion.
Alright, Zelina's been getting her ass whipped for the majority of this match. I need her to come back.
As Piper Niven has been dominating the newly minted United States Women's Champion.
This is one of the biggest physical mismatches possible in the women's division. And I thought Piper Niven was going to be home and dry, but a questionable shot to the thorax there from Niven stops the champ in her tracks.
And how about this from Vega?
Yes, go for the knees.
That big knee to Piper Niven.
Well, this has to be the answer of Vega. When you get the upper hand, you have to keep peppering your larger opponent with shots.
Oh, but then, just like that, Piper slams her down.
She could have done a perfect Uranagi. Peppering did it.
The wrecking ball of menace.
Level press and that right shoulder from Zelina Vega. That determination, that will. Chelsea is so annoying when we're trying to do our job.
I think we should have got Chelsea Green on commentary for this one.
Honestly,
that's a discussion for.
No. I could empathize with Mr. Tessitore. Now Wade is Wade. He just hates senselessly. I'm like, girl. Of course you like Chelsea. Violence, Mario.
No one actually knew his birthday, so they just gave up. No one even bothered to try and find it or give him an honorary birthday or anything, because that's what happens when you're an orphan. Hard knock life and all that. TLDR, no one ever sang or celebrated for the mouse.
Well, this is going to be my personality for the rest of my life.
Outside of singing and orphan, Chuck had two other defining character traits. He loved pizza and playing Pong. Thank you, Daddy Atari. That skill set is totally going to age well. But, of course, because he was an orphan, he was constantly struck by the feeling that something in his life was missing, like parents. So one day after winning $50 from a Pong tournament...
Ooh.
It was a 2 count, but no more.
Meteor by Zelina. From the top rope. Girl, stop putting in my face.
But instead, side slam Piper Niven into the press. Once again, finding a way is Vega.
You just sense that with that code red against an opponent as powerful as Piper Niven, it may not actually be possible for Zelina Vega to hit that, but it's certainly possible for Niven to hit this.
Oh, for the cannonball, and at the last possible second, Vega gets out the way.
Just about nimble enough. More running knees in the corner, and it's Piper Niven who's groggy. Can Vega finally sustain some offense here?
You can still see Vega, though, reaching for her ribs. She has taken a lot of damage against Piper Niven here tonight.
Desperate times like this, Joe, you go on instincts.
Oh!
Instincts have not been serving Zelina well. She's been trying to match power for power against Niven, but this could be it, Joe.
That's not a good idea. Why is it happening?
A few of these moments, looking for the moonsault and delivers for the win.
Yo, he is fast coming. Yo, who is this? Maybe it is a conspiracy.
Starting to clear in the mind of the champion, getting back to a game plan of that hit and move kind of offense. Kept off with this stunning moonsault. Wasn't quite enough. With an element of panic in the eyes of the champ, but she is growing in confidence as this one wears on her once again.
Going for the code red again.
It's not going to work.
No, not with the strength and size of Piper Niven. Instead, the headbutt comes in as Piper retakes control.
It's Piper Niven who looks like she's struggling to cling on. But one shot puts her back in control.
Yes, for that powerbomb, can she get her into position? As Vega is in trouble here. But Vega finds a way. Oh, do we have a 619 opportunity?
Games about mental.
Oh, what in the world with Chelsea Green up on the apron?
Lordy.
Chelsea Green, frustrated, gets up on the
don't
apron.
disrupt
Away
the
from
match.
being dethroned. What an oh, Piper tried to come in. Oh, the roll up.
Oh, no.
Look at this. Oh, what a win for Vega.
Only reason I'm happy that's Lena won because what the fuck? We're doing too much. Don't climb the cross.
4 weeks in a row, a colossal disaster for the Green regime. This time, it was a friendly fire incident. And somehow, Zelina Vega
Oh my lord, Piper is
squeezes out
livid.
once again with the win. The underdog is undefeated at present.
2 weeks in a row, matches have been blown up and thrown out because of you getting yourself involved. And by the way, champ, you're not exactly innocent in all of this either.
Hold on now. Don't pin last week on this, okay? That was Damian Priest's fault. He's the one that caused the DQ. And as far as Jacob, he's telling everybody they better stay out of his way. That's a warning.
Warning received. Which is why at Backlash, Jacob's going to defend that US Championship against Damian Priest and LA Knight in a triple threat match.
How did that happen? Technically, Drew McIntyre won the match. He's the #1 contender.
Why you?
There's anybody that should fight Jacob, it's Drew.
You gonna toss him in there? You just gonna make it a four.
You're absolutely right, sir. Forget the
Solo.
Let's make it a fatal 4-way match.
This is why no one respects you as like the. I know you wanted to be the tribal chief, but this is why you lost. It's 'cause what are you talking about?
You know what? Let's keep it 100. No matter who you put in front of me, line them all up at Backlash. Because at the end of the day, I'm a dog walk that gas.
Period.
See me? I'm all gas, no brakes with. Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. How he roll like that? Yeah, I mean.
See what you're trying to do. You're trying to screw Jacob over.
Not particularly. Period. Nick, yes, I'm sorry. Solo. Okay, you starting to have me concerned too. You starting to have me concerned. I don't think it's intentional, but I feel like you're moving delusional just like Roman.
Main event tonight because WWE Women's Champ Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill are going to team up in tag action against Nia Jax and Naomi. That is later tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah, coming up next, it's the Piper. A week ago, standing over John Cena, another RKO. Trying to claim it for good at Backlash. We will hear from Randy Orton joining us live right here in front of this massive crowd at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. Don't go anywhere. More Friday Night SmackDown coming your way.
I'm assuming that means a 3-minute break as previous. Get some snacks, use the bathroom, take care of small chores. I'm finna go. Actually, I think it's a Chuck E. Cheese. I don't care that much about Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. I'm finna go read a book. What? Yo, Chuck E. Cheese had like a martyr looking dude as a lead. What?
That nigga is an orphan mouse who got kidnapped, and he's been forced to sing and dance and serve pizza to people.
That's the actual legit origin story? Oh, Chuck E. Cheese, the franchise itself? And I was out here dancing. I used to love Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. Like I was really locked in with him. Like that was my dude.
Chucky's main passion is singing, eating pizza, and playing Pong.
So is he happy or is he enslaved? What?
And two things be right at the same time.
Oh Lord, bless it. I'm scared. I want to look into it now, but I'm scared.
I don't think he's that happy because he got all his friends killed. All them niggas there except for that mustache man that got killed. Oh, plus a black nigga.
Bro, stop. Alright, hold on, stop. No, stop. I don't need my childhood being just like wrecked. Guess who's never going back to Chuck E. Cheese? Shout out to them though. No, I can't say shout out. This is legit canon?
Like, do you know that Chuck E. Cheese be reusing pizza?
I thought it was a conspiracy theory like Shane Dawson. Like, that wasn't legit. Okay, this is...
You can actually go to Chuck E. Cheese, order a pizza, wait an hour, send somebody else in there, order the same pizza. If you didn't finish it, and you don't see that many people in there, that nigga's probably getting your pizza. And the reason why I said that is these niggas actually tested that shit.
I'm saying, even if it was true, why did you expose that on stream? Get down the low. That's big business. I don't know nothing, sir. Or ma'am, whoever watching.
We're watching Game Theory.
Yes, Game Theory, but Chuck E. Cheese is real. That's what I'm asking. Chuck E. Cheese is real. That was my dude. I was posted up with a mascot. No, but seriously, that's fucking disturbing. Yeah. What you mean he dies when he stops shucking and jiving?
When they saw him, they threatened to kill him. And they were about to kill him. And so when he was about to kill him, he said, you know what, let me do the one thing I know brings me happiness, singing. So he started singing before he got killed. And as soon as before he got killed, the niggas about to kill him was like, I have a singing mouse in my restaurant. My restaurant is saved. My business is saved.
No, I'm just sad. Sorry, y'all. It's like raining outside. If y'all could hear like the thunders and all that jazz, it's low key putting me to sleep a little. Is it back on? I can't even read.
WWE Backlash tickets are on sale now. Of course, Gunther and Pat McAfee. After Gunther's reaction to losing to Jey Uso and then attacking Michael Cole and coming to his defense and choking out McAfee. You got Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And of course, Randy Orton and John Cena and Wade. What was just announced officially?
Oh, it's breaking because amidst the chaos of the
Why he
past
just
couple
caught
of
Drew in
weeks,
there? Why would...
Nick Aldis has found a potential solution. Because
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Drew would have done it himself. What would happen
Jacob
regardless?
Fatu will defend against the former champ LA Knight, the Punisher, Damian Priest, and the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, in a fatal four-way matchup that's at Backlash a week from tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
interesting to be along the recent ride of Randy Orton. Took great offense last week when John Cena said that at Backlash he would make sure that 3 generations of Orton's family legacy in the business would be erased from the history books.
After Backlash, when you fail, you will have no excuses. A typical cheap shot by this version of John Cena. But Randy Orton never really been one for excuses, has he? And who needs excuses when you are armed with an RKO out of nowhere? If Randy Orton connects like that at Backlash, Cena's 17th reign is over, and Randy Orton's 15th reign begins. These two clash 1 week from tomorrow. Two of the greats of all time. 25 years of history between them. Well, it comes to a head at Backlash with the undisputed WWE Championship on the line.
That'll be streaming live on Peacock next Saturday. It's going to be a 7 Eastern start time on Saturday, May 10th. Orton's hometown of St. Louis, the undisputed championship of the Browns. Iconic image of the Viper, the 14-time world champion. Was John Cena just breaking the all-time record, sitting on 17. But Randy was quick to remind everybody recently, hey, 14's not that far off. And now he's got the opportunity for the big one in just 8 days. He said it right there. That belt, the undisputed championship. He's out to get it in 8 days.
What you gotta say though? Have you seen it come out? Or will be sneaky?
In Des Moines, but welcome to Friday Night SmackDown! John Cena. While the world couldn't see him, I could.
Yeah.
It took about 20 years for all you to realize exactly what kind of man he is, but I knew from day one. He's arrogant, selfish.
I'm only half joking, but I've noticed his total divas. I'm sorry. I've noticed his total divas.
He is an
Ooh. Is it what now? I ain't gonna lie, that shit just blacked out on me. That was kind of scary.
Now we're getting somewhere. Wally wants us to find words from flowers, and that will explain to us what's really going on with him and his website. The thing that immediately springs to mind for me was the new board game in the toy section, Floriography. Floriography is a fancy word for the language of flowers. Basically, the idea is that every flower carries a secret meaning. Things like witch hazel can mean hope, daffodils can mean regard, iris can mean message or messenger. And so when you create a bouquet of flowers, it's not just a nice gift, it's imparting a hidden message. Maybe you should pay a little more attention when you're buying some flowers for your mother this Mother's Day. But the cards from this board game are presenting us with a bunch of flowers, and that's not the only place they're
Yeah, happy Mother's Day in advance.
While I, on the
Love
other
your
hand,
mama,
did everything that I could to be true to who I am. He didn't care about the boys in the back. He didn't care about all of you. All that John cared about, all that he cares about is his bottom line, which has brought him fame. It has brought him fortune. It has brought him right into the mainstream. It has enabled John Cena to make sure that every single month he has a brand new colored t-shirt come out to the merch stands along with headband, hat, neckband, waistband, armband, wristband, jorts. I think there's sneakers, dog tags, and a little towel that says never give up. Anything he can squeeze his name onto, he's going to put at the merch stand so that all you kids go and grab it up. He wants to make sure that you love him even more than you already do.
I will say jail. That's kind of cool.
But speaking of the kids, last week on SmackDown, John said the reason why he never had kids, the reason why he never raised a family himself was because he was busy raising all of your kids. John, the only thing that you have raised is the price of your merchandise, which the actual parents have to work a double and able to afford.
Girl, if you don't buy a boot. My bad. Wait, let me not. I'm not an advocate for it.
Selling your soul isn't exactly a new concept, is it, John? You've been doing that for 20 years. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Am I right? I'll give him the hustle. I'll give him the hustle all day. But the loyalty, the respect, what happened to the loyalty and the respect, John? Let me be clear why I'm asking specifically about the loyalty and the respect. Because last week, you stood in this ring, looked me dead in the eye, and you said you were going to erase the Orton name from the history books. You said, as you stood in this ring and looked me square in the eyes, that you were going to erase everything that my family did in this industry. And I'm going to tell you right now, you are not, and you will not, over my dead freaking body.
That's too phenomenal of a legacy.
You say that you are the last real champion. Nah, John, you are the latest legend that I have to put down. And I'm gonna do so a week from tomorrow, Saturday, Backlash, my hometown, in front of my wife, my family, my kids, my friends, in front of the future generation of Ortons, in front of the future Orton legacy. I am going to punt kick you so hard in that Lego-shaped head. It's gonna fly right off your shoulders and through the gateway arch.
Yeah.
But not before I drop your ass with the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment.
doesn't get more pointed than that from Randy Orton. Sending the message to John Cena, the undisputed champion, that you're just the latest legend that I have to put down.
Eyes narrowed, veins bulging, skin turned a shade of puce. Yeah, good luck at Backlash, John Cena. You are going to need it against this version of Randy Orton. A week from tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, streaming live on Peacock. Undisputed WWE Championship on the line at Backlash.
Naomi, listen, you and I need to get on the same page. I'm gonna forget what you said to me out there, but my eyes are set on gold and Two-Face Tiffy. So as long as you figure out whatever you have to do with Jade and stay out of my way, we'll be good. Sure.
I love how calmly she just said that. Don't look at her. She ain't said nothing crazy. She said sure. Sure. Yeah, how power goes out, it's not. I told you, stunner her, but. It's rough out here. Hey, down, y'all.
It's on a commercial.
What's that?
It's on a commercial.
I'm not sure. Have you been going back and forth on these videos?
I've been
Or that specific part.
You or abandon you or send you back. And if you scan the QR code on screen or use the code Game Theory at checkout, you can also get yourself 15% off a saving eSIM plan right now. Wow, what a great deal! Just like everything Hope suggests. Who would say no to that? Never be without internet
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I feel like I blacked out for a moment. Where was I? Right, the new secret video. It's very similar to the videos we found about Frank in the past. Random shots of the grass or sky while the characters speak off screen. In this video, Julie and Frank are going around making the flowers bloom. But there seems to be one that isn't responding to Julie.
Maybe you're still just a little too cold. I don't like getting up early either. How about you let me warm up in the sun while I go get everyone else ready to go? I'll come back before you know it. That's a joyful guarantee.
I don't know about you guys, but that flower Julie is having trouble with doesn't look like any flower.
That's a fucking flower?
Whenever there's a spiral in this series, that usually means hope is involved, just like we saw with the Playfellow exhibition and like we saw in the void underneath hope in the neighborhood. Something is definitely off with this thing, but now that we've cracked Wally's code, all we need to do is go through these other storybooks, find the words for these flowers, and find more videos to get to the bottom of it. Just a quick side note here, if you're trying to do this for yourself, depending on where you look online, different flowers have different meanings. So this step took a little bit of trial and error until I found the right meaning. So eventually I did find all the secret words in the storybooks, as well as a few more in the song played by the Joyfuls, leading us to 4 new secret pages, all of which center around this black flower. Julie wants to show Frank her powers of making flowers bloom, only for this black flower to not open. At this point, Julie's tone begins to shift.
Incarnations. You're still closed. Well, that's no good.
As always, Julie tries
What
to
incarnation?
What
What incarnation?
But she can't fully remember it all and begins second-guessing herself. As we go through these videos, we're seeing Julie begin to crack, just like we saw with Eddie and Poppy. She's relied upon to make the flowers bloom, and now she can't. That in turn is causing her to doubt other parts of her life, like her friendships. She's worried that people may judge her, thinking her usefulness is running out. All of this culminates in the final video where Julie speaks one last time to the black flower.
Here, I don't know what the problem is. Rub it off. Dear what? To get me into trouble? Please stop this mystery. Julie, where are you?
Whoa there, Julie.
Yeah. Oh, okay, back on back.
You think you are something? It's just a flower. It's not a big
What the world audio?
Hey, dog, stop. Stop. Ooze, you keep on talking this? He gonna punch your head clean off your shoulders, Ooze. Ooze, I'm not playing around. What John Cena told me that. You know what else he told me? What he said? He is the last real champ. He wouldn't lie to me. You need to stop.
God bless our truth. God bless Ron King. I don't know what he said to Randy, but I said something stupid.
Ray Phoenix, proven successful career, and then the night before WrestleMania, the opportunity arrives, short notice WrestleMania entry. These two met up in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Phoenix eliminated Santos.
And his opponent, representing Legado del Fantasma, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 217 pounds, Santos Escobar!
Santos Escobar, who has been hypercritical of Legado del Fantasma Los Garza and then hypercritical of Ray Phoenix for his match against El Grande Americano, and now in this position.
Well, initially, Santos Escobar seemed enthralled with the performances of Ray Phoenix. However, that loss to El Grande Americano at WrestleMania 41 has certainly soured the Emperor of Lucha Libre on the newcomer to SmackDown. He decided it was a disgrace to the art form of Lucha that
I thought that was
Ray
overkill.
Phoenix could lose to, in his words, a clown like that, and he blames Ray Phoenix for not jumping in with Legado del Fantasma and using Santos Escobar as a sort of mentor here on SmackDown for that loss. And now I guess it's going to be punishment time.
Yeah, saying basically, you're so right though with the early reception that Ray Phoenix was given by Santos Escobar, almost as if he was trying to recruit him. He was fawning.
So these
interested in everything he was doing.
These two have a fair bit of history. They have competed together many times in North America, the entire continent, including mainly in AAA, the newly acquired Mexican company south of the border. So they have a healthy professional respect for one another, but they've certainly never been bros or anything like that. I think Santos Escobar's attempts to bring Ray Phoenix into the fold has fallen on deaf ears. And now the Emperor of Lucha Libre is looking to teach him a lesson.
You mentioned the newly acquired AAA, and that is the focus of what we were just describing with what's happening on June 7th with Worlds Collide, NXT, and the newly acquired Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide. That is going to be June 7th. Money in the Bank is also that day. Now there's your response, Santos.
Santos suggested he should be the boss. Did not impress Ray Phoenix. However, that might change your mind.
Back and forth, towing the line. Phoenix and Escobar, wow. Listen to that. Now kiss to the heavens in testing each other. And then push down Phoenix.
Listen to me. I should be the boss. You follow the orders, and we take over this place. Me and you. Together.
How you gonna say that and then just chop him?
I mean, this has been anything but Lucha Libre so far. Just a slugfest.
Just pure brutality. Listen to these exchanges, how heated it has become. And now here they go. And this is what we're used to from Phoenix, as Escobar says, not now. Oh.
I'll tell you right now, Joe, all of the luchadors in the locker room are so excited about the acquisition of AAA. They all see themselves as being the spearhead of this new global movement for Lucha Libre. But if you want to be the spearhead,
yo,
you're going to start collecting some
man.
W's against the other luchadors. That is why victory here tonight is so crucial for both of these men.
Escobar was able to neutralize Ray Phoenix for a moment there when Phoenix was looking to springboard.
I don't know what that move was called. I'm going to call it a 916 for now. Unless Phoenix has another.
Yeah, that was a funny ass man. I'm sorry.
Immediately hot off the blocks doing what he does best. Ray Phoenix taking control of this one.
The celebrated luchador who has made such a splash.
That's crazy.
Heated conversations continue face to face between Phoenix and Escobar. Of course, Phoenix was the late replacement for the then injured Rey Mysterio. WrestleMania 41.
Since the Santos Escobar is using this as a negotiation tactic against Ray Phoenix, I think he's still convinced he can bring him into the Legado fold.
Lining up that target. Looking to go flying. And there goes Escobar. Through the air, out to the floor. Pinpoint accuracy, target Ray Phoenix. Santos Escobar screaming, I should be the one. He spent the early part of this match pleading with Ray Phoenix, trying to convince him, come on board with me, saying earlier tonight that if he had aligned himself with Legado del Fantasma, then what happened at WrestleMania wouldn't have been that way. Wouldn't have embarrassed himself the way Escobar frames it, which is, of course, not the case with that effort against El Grande America. I mean, simply to take on that role as a late replacement at WrestleMania.
It was a big ask at the best of times, especially with the some would say, questionable legal tactics of El Grande Americano in that match, but Rey Fénix did indeed wow the crowds, even in a loss, and you sense that Santos Escobar was a bit offended that Rey Fénix did not ask him to replace him once, Rey Mysterio did not ask Santos to replace him once he got injured. Santos Escobar letting the world know that it is he who runs the bingo.
Taste of your own medicine possibly here. Santos Escobar driving those knees right into Rey Fénix's chest.
Well, let me ask you this, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing
3 or 4 matches of Rey
I don't know
Fénix
why
so
he's doing
far.
it.
This has looked nothing
He did say
like
it should have been him. I guess
the version of Rey Fénix we've seen. That explosiveness, that high octane, 100 miles an hour acrobatic style has been completely neutralized by Santos Escobar.
Escobar got
The
power.
style that impressed
Oh,
Escobar.
Lord.
The big knee.
Oh,
That was a
right
really
on the
nice
bridge of the nose.
Wow.
It's a good job that mask is there. It's about the only thing that's holding that face in place.
This is who you picked. This is who you picked.
This your king?
It's always been me.
This your king?
I mean, how special is Santos Escobar to completely take the sting out of the tail of this luchador? Just getting dominated by the Emperor of Lucha Libre. And you mentioned that Santos Escobar has been far from impressed with his teammates in Legado del Fantasma of late. They are normally omnipresent by his side. Nowhere to be seen this evening. No Berto, no Angel. Just sheer dominance by Santos Escobar.
Remember last month it was Fénix who looked like he was at his very best when he defeated Berto on SmackDown. That sums it up right there. That big smile by Santos Escobar.
I mean, how could you not be happy with this? Nobody has done what Santos Escobar is currently doing to Rey Fénix. And Santos has barely broken sweat.
Santos Escobar has found a way
Understand?
to
been talking shit
neutralize
throughout this
Rey
whole
Fénix.
match.
Joe and Wade with you here at the
He might lose because he's talking too much shit. I ain't gonna lie.
crowd in Des Moines, Iowa, here on Friday Night SmackDown. We're just 8 days away from WWE Backlash when Randy Orton and John Cena will meet up for the Undisputed Championship.
After a blistering start to Rey Fénix's career, he is being made to look completely ordinary by this performance from Santos Escobar, who has a point to prove this evening to the world of Lucha Libre.
This is nothing like the version of Rey Fénix we've seen in recent weeks. Boy, it was a physical match right from the start. This is what happened during the break.
Yeah, it's been trash talk, and it has been pointed attacks to the bridge of the nose. And pretty much a full-body workout for Rey Fénix, and I'd be shocked if Rey Fénix had got more than 3 shots in this entire bout. That's 4.
Remember, Santos was so critical of Rey Fénix in his performance at WrestleMania. He was the late replacement for Rey Mysterio. Took the loss against El Grande Americano. Fénix telling Santos in not so many words, hey, you got a problem with how I handle my business in the ring? Why don't we meet up in the ring? And that is how this match was born.
Rey Fénix might be starting to regret that as he finally launches some form of offense.
That was
Can he
beautiful.
start heading through those gears and getting to that top speed that we've all been blown away by over the past few weeks?
That is when he's at his best, just like this. Oh, how about a springboard moonsault, Rey Fénix? And the kick out at 2 and change from Escobar.
Well, that turned around in the blink of an eye. That tells you volumes about the durability of Rey Fénix, who I'd written off.
Escobar thinking he got the best of it. No, watch out! Return fire from Fénix. Hooks the leg, looking for the win.
Well, all that trash talk by Santos Escobar must taste pretty bad right now to the Emperor of Lucha Libre. Did not capitalize on a massive advantage he had earlier on.
The celebrating luchador. Escobar saying that top roll should be mine. So many heated exchanges when they were face-to-face to open this match, and now the wear and tear deep into it. Escobar able to get out of the way. Phoenix attacks at different levels. Oh, what a big knee! And how about that from Phoenix? Popping right back up, finding a little something for a moment. The quick reflexes. What a spectacular setting here in Des Moines, Iowa. Wells Fargo in a big crowd. Still tag team action to come with Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, and Naomi. But for now, it's Phoenix and Escobar.
What a trade of strikes that was by these two men. That sudden burst of adrenaline from Rey Fenix, dropping Santos Escobar. Just when you thought it was game over for Phoenix, he's back in there.
Gets him up top. Escobar trying to fight his way off of that position is Rey Fenix, and he does into the corner.
Goes to show the physical gifts of Rey Fenix at times neutralized here by Escobar's smart in-ring savvy, high IQ tactics, and deep bag of tricks.
Wait, I will tell you, Rey Fenix has eaten a couple of those huge knees tonight.
The level of respect that Santos has for Rey Fenix. You know you have to hit Phoenix with your best shots. Santos knows him as well as anyone.
He does indeed, and now Escobar trying to put things away right
here. I thought he was going to go for like a fucking arrow.
It's about as vicious and calculating as I've seen Santos Escobar in a long time. Something has lit a fire under the emperor of Lucha Libre. This man wants power. He wants control. And he wants to claim the body of Rey Fenix tonight here on SmackDown.
Back up top. Again, Phoenix fighting his way free and follows up with the drop kick. And now quick to the top rope, looking for adios amigos.
Connecting with the back of the head of Santos Escobar just when Escobar looked to be ducking out of the way.
Top rope Meteora. What impact by Rey Fenix.
Great match though. Escobar is definitely standing out. Phoenix barely won this match. That was kind of crazy though.
Well, that was a very different kind of victory from Rey Fenix than what we've seen from him thus far. But once again, it was the incredible athleticism of this newcomer luchador with this springboard moonsault, first of all, that Santos Escobar was almost caught out with. But really, it was this top rope Meteora to a kneeling opponent that did the damage. The flight of the Phoenix continues here on the blue brand.
You say a different kind of fight. Sometimes you just have to dig deep. You have to make it just a fight. He did that well.
I get it. And I know Nia. I know her strengths.
Excuse me, Tiffany, Jade, I do apologize for interrupting, but in tonight's main event, the both of you are teaming up for the very first time.
Damn, I did not like the energy.
You're also taking on two individuals you've got some really deep-rooted issues with. How well do you think you guys are going to fare?
Listen, Byron, I get it. If I were Nia, I wouldn't be with me either. But eventually she's going to have to learn that this title belongs around my pretty little shoulders. And as for Jade, as long as she stays out of my way, we won't have a problem.
Or you stay out of mine. And anyway, I'll be focusing on Naomi, seeing how she didn't get enough of these hands at WrestleMania. But I spoke to Nick Aldis, and I'll be facing Nia Jax next week in a #1 contenders match.
Considering last week I almost had you beat, but that's fine. You can go ahead and you can beat Nia Jax. I'll just have to do it all over again. Toodles.
Toodles.
Two hastily thrown together tag teams who are clearly not on the same page as their partners. Good luck predicting the outcome of tonight's main event on SmackDown as Tiffany Stratton teams with Jade Cargill to take on Nia Jax and Naomi. That's coming up imminently.
And it's the TLC match that has set the standard, with a tip of the cap to so many greats from the past. But it's time to celebrate the current kings of TLC and look back at the perspective at that historic match on SmackDown when we return.
Break y'all.
WWE 5.
I don't know. It's doing Squid Game that there's bunnies involved. I don't know. Pardon? Finding or Fighting Frankie. Check that out. I guess.
Basically, Squid Games, but you're the only person.
That's scarier.
Start off with 3 other people with you, but it's not how these motherfuckers started.
Hold on, y'all. I shot a time. Enjoy a 3-minute break. Ugh. Is that what?
Cold.
Plus, we learned from the first game that Rebecca isn't Sam's biological daughter, but his adopted daughter. She's already been abandoned once before, and regardless of whether the reasons were good or bad, that feeling of being abandoned by a parental figure, it can be really hard. When he disappears for no reason, naturally she's going to feel betrayed by a person who
What's up with you giving me these half-open bottles? You want the one in the door?
they would getting her to sign a contract.
What one's at the door?
Huh?
What one's at the door?
That isn't where Amanda's story ends. In the final section, the knight comes back to slay
Next
the
time we go to
dragon.
water,
Realize after he does the deed,
you finish your bottles.
he had killed his true love and so resolved to wander the earth alone forever. At some point, Sam did escape from his confinement and rushed to find Rebecca. He may even have been the one filming the footage found on the green tape from the hospital, running once he was spotted because he wasn't supposed to be there. From there, though, the story implies that he does eventually encounter Amanda's demon and tries to kill it. But in doing so, he sadly kills his own daughter. Amanda's real body isn't rotting because she's lying comatose in a hospital bed, but because she died at her father's hand. The only part of her that remains now is her mind inside these tapes, and she hasn't forgiven him for what he did. When you go looking for treasure in the woods, you can dig up an unmarked grave, and inside it are a pile of Sam's clothes that he wore in one of the interview tapes. In previous theories, we've pointed out that when we saw an unmarked grave in the demo, the correct answer was Wooly, again connecting these two characters. But when they see these clothes, both Wooly and Amanda agree that some things are better buried, forgotten. Amanda wants to forget about her father, that he abandoned her, while Wooly wants her to forget the horrible things that he did so that they can rebuild their relationship inside the game. That is why I believe Sam got turned into Wooly in the first place. I admit this next part is a little speculative, but bear with me. Sam killed his own daughter and was completely torn apart by it. But if he'd seen Hamlin's experiments in the hospital, he'd know that part of her lived on. She was still alive inside the show. And so he turned himself into Hamlin, asked them to experiment on him, and turned him into a character so that he and Amanda could
chairs and chairs. Street Profits, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns. Triple threat for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
That right there is what this business is all about. That right there made dedicating our entire lives to this business worth it.
We knew what this was going to be.
There is no let-up in this TLC match.
I've seen a lot of tables, ladders, and chairs matches. This is about as vicious as it gets. The Warriors are out on the floor.
Okay, I did not watch this match.
That's a prosthetic leg. Come on! How good is
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this.
All three teams went out there and laid it on the line. Motor City and DIY can handle their hands up high. But at the end of the day, Smoke, retain.
Absolute instant classic.
The gutsy Street Profits prevailed amidst ultimate mayhem.
Right now, we really feel like we're at the top.
And we want the smoke.
When I need you the most, do you understand what I'm saying? ¿Entiendes?
Yep. Just hold this. Yeah, Santos, tranquilo. What is your problem now? What's your problem? Watch your words. Watch your words, okay, Santos. You know what? What? I know you don't care about the Garza. And my problem, I don't like you. I know you was talking about legacy, respect, honor. But the only you have is legacy. You don't have respect. You don't have honor. No. Okay. What do you have? Huh?
How's that funny? Domestic match? You just snap.
I said, let's go!
Domestic. Why is no one respecting the leader though?
That after the loss to Ray Phoenix with Santos Escobar.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
next week, John Cena makes his return to Dayton, Ohio. We will hear from him the night before Backlash when he defends against Randy Orton.
Speaking of Backlash, that's where LA Knight and Damian Priest will be opponents in a fatal four-way match for the US title. But the night before at SmackDown next week in Dayton, Ohio, they've got to team up together as they go head-to-head against the vicious Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu.
And it is official for next week. They both want Tiffy's title. We'll get a one-on-one battle of the powerhouses. Jade Cargill against Nia Jax for the right to be the #1 contender. That is next Friday on SmackDown.
His Cargill be looking just like Tiana Taylor sometimes. They look similar. What's up with you?
A storm is coming.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Vero Beach, Florida, Jade Cargill.
Jade knows that one-on-one with Nia can wait a week because right now she has the chance to get hands on Naomi and continue to deal with those deep emotions. That is a ride with a tag team opportunity when we return. return to SmackDown here in Iowa. Good main event coming your way. Monday, Raw raises the volume. Rollins, Breakker, and Heyman deliver a message to the WWE Universe. WWE can be changed forever. Raw, Monday,
No, because something wrong with seeing people like
only on
make
Netflix.
highlights of the thing, be like, yo,
You can do
is
better
it gonna
than
be this generation's
We the
evolution?
hungry deserve a better burger.
And they just tossed Austin Theory.
Burger made to order.
I don't know how I
and
feel like he got tossed
hand-smashed
in.
into greatness. No longer shall we
Austin Theory's
suffer
pretty
the
solid.
spatula of
I don't know if I'd be upset with that. Oh. Clashing. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be upset with that. What y'all thinking? Should they have any more additions to the group? I feel like they probably should eventually, but right now it's pretty interesting as is. Where's Shayna Baszler come from? Finn? Maybe. Ah, that would be clashing Eagles and stuff though.
You need a world, you need a tag, and you need a winner's champion interview.
Maybe.
I did that back then. Because women have their tag titles and their mid-card titles too, so they don't have, it can be a full women thing.
Three-minute break if I didn't say. 3-minute break. And I also think got a Amanda Adventure tattoo on. His tattoo, like when you're not actually looking at it properly, it looked like Amanda.
You know Buddy Murphy's injured right now?
When?
He injured himself with that match with Okada. He injured himself before the match with Okada.
Like pre-stretches or something like that, or? Hope you get better, Murphy.
Oh no, he's gonna. It's nothing too crazy. It's an ankle injury.
Oh, okay.
Watch his ankle.
Ooh.
Remember, he wrestled that match.
He walked it off earlier.
He wrestled that, like, I think it was a 40-minute match after that. Against Okada.
Blessed, I hope you get better, Murphy. I ain't Matt. Fuck, whatever.
No.
Sorry, my ankle just started hurting.
What makes you feel better is the fact you have to understand, he said that the way his tear at the thing was, the way it looked like he broke his ankle. But he didn't. He just tore some ligaments.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a brand new face to the Knockouts division. Please welcome Indy.
Even more to deal with in the future. Retain the women's
Amy
championship
Harlow?
at WrestleMania. That was impressive against Charlotte Flair. But the longer this title run goes, the heavier things get, and Nia Jax's return to action proves that.
So you get past Charlotte Flair, you feel like it's going to be plain sailing. Immediately, Nia Jax comes after you, and your tag partner this evening, Jade Cargill, has even mentioned she wants it too.
Well, they were in there a week ago together. Remember, 8 days away from Backlash, and Backlash is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Go to forthepeople.com or in C10. And their opponent, first from San Diego, California, Nia Jax, whose recent title run was 153 days, and much of that time was spent with Tiffany Stratton by her side, and much of that time was spent with the shoulder at Tiffany Stratton, who on January 3rd, as you see that look she gives to her, Tiffany cashed in that Money in the Bank contract and took the championship from Jax.
Nia Jax, you mentioned it earlier, been suspiciously quiet in recent weeks, and that always unnerves me. We hadn't seen nor heard from the former champ, but she chose the perfect time to reignite that pursuit of Stratton as the dust settled on WrestleMania 41.
And her tag team partner from Orlando, Florida, Naomi!
All right, the personality change with Naomi is one thing, but the outfit upgrade right in top spot of the entire locker room, both men's and women's, for ring gear, entrance attire. Naomi is clearly the absolute pinnacle of that game. Wow.
The caution in every which way, proceed with caution, has been the mantra, as she has not been shy about stating her goal. More than just the after-mania resolution of all things Jade.
Popped in there, reverse like
gold. This is one warped personality that Naomi now possesses. The nice girl, as she says, is gone for good. 2025's Naomi is one highly volatile and unpredictable woman, but throwing fish with Jade Cargill right off the bat. We're about the most predictable thing you can imagine.
We're going to start off with a brawl. This is just the reason why we even have this tag team match in the first place.
Well, is this a tag team match, or is it just two separate fights at this point?
Well, listen, you know how much emotion runs between these four. These two are the best of friends, side by side, and then the betrayal, and then the cash-in. And now the champion trying to beat down on Nia Jax, who came after her so hard last week as she made her return.
It feels like a four-way fight for survival at this point.
And then in the ring, what we saw at WrestleMania, Jade and Naomi.
I mean, were we ever expecting this to be a normal tag? All four women kind of said to their own partners for the evening, stay out of my way, let me take care of my business.
Yeah, Naomi's saying, hey, Nia, you can have Tiffy all to yourself.
This is a tactic-free tag match. We're just going to see where this one goes. The four women in there apparently going to figure it out as they go along. Jade Cargill's doing a pretty damn good job of figuring things out thus far.
All those months on the shelf, out injured because of the actions of Naomi, was Jade, and she now delivers that kick right to the midsection. Jade comes back into the ring.
Well, Jade Cargill thought she was done and dusted after victory at WrestleMania 41, was ready to move on from this menace that is Naomi, but Naomi, who blames Cargill for breaking up her friendship with Bianca Belair, is certainly not done with the storm.
No, she is not. But you are absolutely right in your assessment of Jade Cargill and what her mindset was. She did not think that she would still be dealing with Naomi after what she thought was going to be the resolution that happened in Vegas. She came on our post show and she turned right to Big E and said it.
Well, you get it. Jade Cargill's done wonderful things in the tag world over the past 12 months, but now after that performance at WrestleMania,
Tiffany and I
and
have
indeed
a
the
flex
performance against the world champ Stratton last week, she was ready to step her game up in the singles world and grab some gold there.
There was the tag, the blind tag by Nia Jax, who comes right in.
Why?
And there is
I
that
said you wanted to target Tiffany.
experience still from Jade Cargill. As much as the physical presence is immense, she just doesn't have the ring savvy of Nia Jax, who is now in control.
Hi, I'm Premium Wireless for $15 a month at Mint Mobile.
3 minutes, y'all. This is the main event too, so gonna start wrapping it up. Oh, it's just Mario and that commercial.
No points for subtlety, right? Let's be honest, Premium Wireless for $15 a month, am I right? Let's just stop having AI write these, okay, guys?
New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
Vodka soda with wheat. This song right here is for the red, white, and blue. You got good taste, and you drink like it too. Wheatley, so good, I drink it neatly. The watch in Moscow always get the mule. Vodka this good is an American jewel. Wheatley, so good, I drink it neatly. So pour a glass on the porch, get a little tanner. Let your taste buds sing the Star-Spangled Banner. Wheatley, so good, I drink it neatly. Wheatley, American vodka.
I got another Papa Pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 orders wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
They called the right place, Chef.
This order is my Everest. See you at the summit. We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts has critics everywhere cheering. And now it's certified fresh.
Please don't gasp at work.
It's one of the best Marvel movies of all time.
Thank you. We needed that.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey kid, it's pronounced Liberty.
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 Liberty. Now she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's enough, you two.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's two.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty. Let's just get a closer look.
Let mom go, because that's kind of crazy. You see a mysterious portal and you just say, let's have a closer look and hop in?
Got to see this.
No.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy edges.
It's no ordinary square. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better, with more cushiony softness. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
Trade proposal.
Deal.
Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and Blizzard treats.
It's Martha Stewart.
And Jose Andres. I have to cook for them.
It better be delicious. Or don't come back. Martha, I'm just kidding.
Yes, Chef. New Monday on NBC and Peacock.
A week from now, Nia Jax and Jade Cargill will be one-on-one in a #1 contenders match. But right now, as you see that big forearm coming
She keeps taking petty shots at
but then collapsing down into the cover. And Jade, but she gave it a shot.
Well, she got Nia Jax up there.
Imagine.
After the beating she has received, and now the fresh and vicious Naomi back in there to punish her most hated rival.
Remember a week ago in the post-WrestleMania edition of SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill were going at it. It ended in no contest when Naomi attacked Jade Cargill. That ended the match, and then came the stunning arrival of Nia Jax, who cleared house and beat down Tiffany Stratton.
And perhaps, at long last, a little daylight for Jade Cargill to try and claw her way over for a tag to the WWE Women's Champ, Tiffany Stratton, who has not legally been in this match at all thus far.
It has been all Jade taking punishment, and look at this as Nia tries to pull her back. Jade gets free, and it is Tiffy time here in Des Moines.
The sight that Nia Jax did not want to see.
Tiffany Stratton, that big knee.
Nia Jax has just met the center of the universe, which for one night only is Des Moines, Iowa.
The WWE Women's Champion has something to deliver. How about this? Crucifix pin attempt.
Oh, I thought she was good for a second.
Was Tiffany.
Tiffany knows it too. It's rare you get the opportunity to take down Nia Jax. And to get this close, brilliant technique there from Stratton, turned a potential Samoan drop into an offensive pin. Just a split second away from victory, and now she really has to drop the hammer.
Well, Tiffany could be in really good shape here. You see her reaching for her wrist, but in position for what could be. Oh, and Nia quick to her feet. And brings the headbutt. And now, Nia. There is the Samoan drop.
A little extra stank on that one for Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, and the leg drop. And Nia saying, what in the world?
I mean, you did to her earlier.
And there's the fact that they are not tag team teammates, and you can see her ordering her out. She was in position to close this.
Well, that could have been game over there, but clearly both women looking to get the dub for themselves.
Oh, split leg moonsault goes wrong. Tiffany gets the knees up.
Well, what an error that may well turn out to be for the team of Naomi and Nia Jax. And Nia Jax is just fuming on the apron.
Getting those knees up may have just saved the day as a
thought-
fired up Jade Cargill comes in against her chief rival Naomi.
With superhero-like powers of recovery. About 2 minutes ago, Jade Cargill looked completely washed.
Now she is, getting the best of her way.
Totally refreshed, back on top. On a mission to be the #1 woman in this industry.
Slamming into that corner.
We're going to take care of business with Naomi.
Ew, did she just lick her?
Begging for mercy,
What's
but
going on
instead
tonight?
choke slam into the cover for the win, and Nia
I think Jade
Jax
Cargill
comes
just
in
licked Naomi,
to break
so
that up.
there's that.
And now dragging
Jeez.
her partner back into the corner. Remember what happened moments ago when
I
Naomi
dragged the shit out of Naomi. Damn.
Well,
Wasn't
guess
that
who's
serious, was it?
back? The running elbow drop, the senton on Jade. This thing could be over, but Tiffany's going up top. Oh, swanton to break it up. And Tiffany may have done damage to herself.
Well, what an insane break of that was by Tiffany Stratton. And again, this one is completely broken down. Referee losing control. But who can blame him with these 4 giant personalities in that ring?
Tiffany and Naomi. Oh, and squashing both of them in the corner is Nia Jax. And pushing them both out of the ring.
Yeah, I'd say the tag team of Nia Jax and Naomi is officially over, but this match is ongoing as Jax closes in on what looks to be an imminent victory.
And now Nia Jax is putting Jade Cargill in position.
It's squashing time, Joe. No, it's not.
Oh, Jade! Look at Jade! Could
Nothing?
she possibly? She's got Jax up on her shoulders. Jade
Get it.
Cargill!
Alright, nice, Jimmy. That could be something.
Here are your winners, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton, and Jade
Is she on the outside?
One of the greatest physical specimens in the history of our industry used that physique to full effect there. An leaping powerbomb on Nia Jax, grabbing the victory for this strange team of Tiffany Stratton
Miss
and
Cargill.
Jade Cargill. That
Miss
perhaps
Cargill.
explains the tension between these two.
And she just shows respect.
You want tension? How about
That is not your championship. She looked good hugging it though.
yours for now, Tiffany?
positioning for the women's championship is becoming a bit of a demolition derby.
The fuck you?
He's back in the ring.
Oh dang.
And attacks from
I
behind.
got her too though.
Both women were distracted by that glittering championship. Never take your eyes off that caution tape.
Listen, it's going to be Nia and Jade for the #1 spot a week from now. But it's Naomi. Proceed with caution. Holding that WWE Women's Championship at the end of this night. What a night from here in Des Moines, Iowa. We're only 8 days away from Backlash. Orton and Cena. And Cena will be on SmackDown next week.
I feel like,
on Resident Alien.
girl. Anyways, I feel like tonight was a good night. Sorry that I'm sleeping. I'm gonna try to wrap this up pretty quick. I gotta go to sleep. But it was a good night. I feel like everything fell into place. We had some great matches. Yeah, everything is leading up to Backlash. So hopefully it pays off, because I feel like it's been a cute build-up. Yeah. Not much else to say. Good matches. I'm interested to see what the Luchadors are gonna do, because it seems like they're just tension within the Luchador community, especially with the acquisition of AAA. So I'm interested in what they're gonna do with that. Also, don't mind me. I know I'm gonna go to sleep soon, but I'm obsessed with my boss. Anyways, yeah. Then Randy, John Cena. That's just the given. I want Randy to win. I'll be. But yeah, everything else feels like, I want to say a full-on filler, but because filler has a negative connotation. I don't know what word I want to describe it as, but it was a good show, and it's building up to things. So yeah, let me know what y'all think later. God bless. Hope you have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know there's a lot of interruptions and shit like that, so I do apologize. Can't make any promises on that. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got right now. But I could try to be more entertaining during the filler spaces. So yeah. Good night. God bless. Or whoever time y'all watching this and whoever's watching this. Take care. Enjoy the show. Bye.